Oh, hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. It looks like you can. There we go. Hope everyone in chat is doing well. Oh, today was definitely one of those days where it was like, oh yeah, it was like 7 o'clock, went in the shop, came back, started cooking, and then was like, oh, it's like nearly 10 o'clock. Okay. Uh, cool. It was like, shit. The fuck did the time go? Oh, but just let Karl know that we're live. He's just grabbing a tea. Just one of those days indeed. Yeah, we are back. Why am I looking towards my... You can tell I was rushed today. I'm like, oh, just getting keyboard and mouse ready to play Mass Effect. It's like, no, Lucas, get your Xbox controller. Playing on the Xbox. Things are quiet again. So from the Omega Clinic, it's like, yeah, thanks for saving me from the Batarians after all. Just, the clinic is doing well. We got rid of most of the plague and I've been able to handle the rest without much of the trouble. The Blue Suns keep offering to take over security. I keep the powered mechs on. I won't make the same mistake twice. Like, yeah, you probably don't let the mercenary group start running the place, but glad to know, like, the plague is fucking, gone, mostly. And it's like, oh yeah, thank you for downloading the Firewalker DLC. We've now got the Hammerhead in one piece. Like, cool. Just, yeah, go and salvage more of his logs or journals. Oh dear, but can't remember where we...
No messages for you, Commander.
No, because we just read them. Thanks, Yeoman Kelly. Ziona. Were we just probing a random planet? I can't remember. Oh, I think we were going to help Zaid, weren't we? I guess it's just like, guess we'll go help Zaid out. What does Zaid want? It's like, it's probably just better to have him loyal from the get-go. Oh. Mud, sweat, and spores is how Blue Sun's mercenaries characterize the planet that gave birth to their home office. Oh, I just remembered as well, we didn't add the Paragon or Renegade text back. So let me get that set up. Because of course, I've definitely activated the viewer rewards, right? Definitely, they are on. They are on. And as well, I hope anyone that, does celebrate Thanksgiving had a good time. Apologies that I was feeling under the weather. Just kind of on the mend now, mostly recovered. But yeah, it's I was just like in bed all day, just dying a little bit, and it had gotten super cold. I was like, I'm probably not fit to be streaming right now, but I hope people, if they did do anything for Thanksgiving, had a good time. So I should be able to get my connection going now. Got that back up, so that means now if yeah, if anyone uses the Renegade and Paragon mode points now, it should go towards Renegade and Paragon. So thank you for joining, Shadow. Hello. Nice to see you as always. But yeah, I forgot to make that work for a second, so just apologies. That should be fine now. Shadow straight in with the points. I think Karl tried to join call. Hello.
Hello.
Hola. Thank you for joining.
No worries.
I think you're quite loud again, but I can Pull out on my end. There we go. It's like between recording with you on here and then recording with you for like Wiki Weekends and Fat Fiend and stuff. I have to like keep making sure I alter the output. But you can see us now, yeah. You can see the Mass Effects. So that is good. But we were apparently, I think we were on our way to go help Zaid out, Karl.
Really?
Well, we were right next to the planet, and I was like, "Fuck it, like, yeah, why not?"
Like, Lucas, people are dying.
But Zaid needs help.
What you should do, not take Zaid.
you unfortunately can't get that choice. Because it's like, on the loyalty mission, you have to take them, of course.
Oh, okay, so I'm going to mention, like, in Baldur's Gate, you can do, like, characters, like, not the equivalent of their loyalty missions, and not take them, and they get really pissed off about it. And they'll say stuff like, okay, this character, like, this person enslaved me years ago, I need to go kill them. Bring me along. And if you don't, when you go to your base, they get really salty about it.
I'm not surprised.
But it's the fact that you can do it, though. So I thought, well, surely they'll force their way in. It's like, no. I went back to my camp and they were pissed. And one of the guys left.
Oh, wow, okay.
I did his mission without talking to him, and he's like, came back to my camp and went, I can't believe you did that without me. You don't trust me. He just left. He just left my camp.
To be fair, though, if you gave someone, like, a loyalty mission that just went off without you, you'd be fucking pissed.
The best bit is, though, there's like a bug where it can happen, and even if they were there, sometimes they'll act as if they weren't and leave. They'll say they're stood on like the corpse of the person they want you to kill. Oh, look at this character. Built to laugh.
I brought Morden with us because, as we mentioned like last time, ostensibly gameplay-wise, Garrus fulfills the same role as Zaid.
Yeah,
and we ended up with like that weird thing of just we haven't got many useful abilities because they've both just got the same shit. Oh, so we got Morden with us instead. Good old Morden.
Squad Bravo, a shuttle landed near your location. Check it out.
Here we go. It sounds like I did that voice acting. That's terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even straight off the bat, just like the voice actor for like Zaid's mission is even shit. It's like
it sounds like someone doing an impression of like Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, little monkey.
Remember when I was like looking up like, who the fuck's Zaid, and there's like a bunch of like Reddit posts of like who's your favourite character and why is it Zaid? And I'm like, what? I don't remember this character.
You know what? That's for like, you know, those people that did like the Paragon Soldier default Shepherd run.
Yeah. They're probably the people who complain that I want more human companions. I don't like all these aliens.
Yeah, we've got these like weird like lemur monkey things.
That's probably an asset from the game.
They're defo in like other missions, yeah. They're cute.
Well, that's what I made them explore.
I don't understand like, yeah, Shadow, just why someone would just be like asking someone a question like every 7 hours is just the weirdest form of just doing someone's.
But there needs to be a law that says like you can slap people who are annoying. Only a little bit. Just
a little bit. I still like the idea of like the one free slap you get by the government every year.
Yeah. You should better build them all up and save them all to end of your job and just do it to your boss. I think it's the Simpsons have a joke about it of like when you falsely arrested, they should like give you that time you can go commit a crime that doesn't have a victim. Like speeding in your car or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, slow down time to watch them burn.
Oh god, no, we were burning.
Oh man, have you ever seen like the weird stuff that can happen with that? She played like Zelda, right? Breath of the Wild, like the weird thing if you slow down time. It affects like when you interact with things and you'll bounce like a million miles into the air.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh. Speaking of slow mo, us being on fire, fucking hell.
It's like he's looking at you like, what a pussy. I can just
can't believe that Shepard melts in fire.
I can feel your hand slowly scrolling over to the uninstall Zaid's DLC.
Report to base. Armed intruders
Can you do that? Can you only 2018?
I mean, in this version, no, Zaid is compulsory, right?
He's hard baked into the game, isn't it?
Because
And
in
you won't
his
be able to avoid
Legendary
him
Edition,
because
he's not DLC.
You literally would not be able to avoid him because he's on the critical path.
Yep. The moment you walk into Omega, you see him.
And you need to go to Omega because it has like 2 of your most critically important like teammates.
Yeah, and I don't think as well, I don't think you have the option to like not recruit him when you talk to him. I think it's just you have been bought out as a mercenary. Welcome to the squad.
I think you'd have more use if you just send it to do missions you don't want to do.
Yeah, like those fucking Firewalker missions that we got last time in the vehicle. Just send Zaid on that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to deal with like the specific person that you're dealing with, but like, you know, if that shit comes up in my chat, I just ignore it, and it's like, you know, if then they don't take the hint of like, well, I'm clearly ignoring all your weird name questions, it's like, well, at that point, if they start calling you out on it, it's like, and then that's a ban.
Yeah.
Then that is me just blocking you. And I don't know if it's something like, what, you know, someone that you can block or anything.
It happens like with annoyingly a lot, doesn't it, when you're streaming?
Yeah.
Remember that guy? I think it was like literally fighting an entire stream. It was like, what's your favourite game? What's your favourite game? What's your favourite game? What's your favourite game? I responded to a question that wasn't, what's your favourite game? Like, oh, cool, thanks. What's your favourite game? It's like, who needs to know the answer to that question that much?
Now get the hell back out there!
Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
Sounds like he needs to get shot.
Glad to see you and I agree.
It was really weird as well, because like, it's been like a long time since I've played as Male Shepherd, even though I did the first run that I played.
So yeah.
But like, it was weird doing the Mass Effect video for Wiki Weekends and looking up clips.
Oh, getting all the footage, yeah.
Everyone's footage is Male Shepherd.
It's weird, right?
And I was like, this is so strange. Like, there's no clips of FemShep anywhere.
You think people will be uploading the playthroughs? Because like, weirdly enough, like Baldur's Gate, all the Baldur's Gate footage is all people playing as women or dwarves with huge beards.
Well, it was probably easy to find Let's Plays, right? But then that would be me using, like, other people's footage with their face cams on and stuff. And it's like,
Yeah,
I don't really like using those, like, videos for the purposes of, like, Fat Fiend or Wiki Weekends. It's like, why is there just another random personality in here?
Yeah, like a little detail people maybe they notice on like the edits I do for Wiki Weekends is I will credit like other YouTubers and content creators, and generally if I will remove the Wiki Weekends logo from their footage, or I'll fade it out and have like their credit like front and center.
Oh, fair enough. I don't bother with that, to be honest. I'm not like the only time I'll put video credits in if it's like, you know, someone else's original content. Like if it's just like, oh, I've ripped, like, X-Men The Last Stand onto fucking YouTube and put clips up. It's like, I'm not giving you credit for that. But if it's actually just, you know, real, like, actual content that they have created, then yeah, I'll put, like, a link in the description and stuff. Also, yeah, it's like, just Zaid apparently helped found the Blue Suns mercenaries, and it's like, okay, cool.
You should just be able to say, like, look, I could not give less of a fuck. I wish there was an option.
Grudge. Vito turned my men against me. He paid 6 of them.
Like, look at that, like, cut to Morty, just not giving a shit.
That bastard every time I close my eyes. Every time
It's so funny because, like, I actually give a shit.
There's clearly no voice line for any of your teammates.
I don't really give a shit about, like, the idea of, like, oh, a half-baked DLC character. Like, I kind of liked Kasumi, and we'll obviously recruit Kasumi at some point.
I was only interested in her because, like, just the idea of putting waifu bait in Mass Effect was so weird to me.
I mean, yeah, but, you know, there's already plenty of fucking every kind of bait in Mass Effect anyway in the base game. It's like, come on, they put Thane in the game, Karl.
It feels so weird that like a very distinctly Western RPG would put a character like Kasumi in.
Yes, it does feel a bit weird, but like I generally like the
Loud
character
and
and
clear.
can like sympathize with her, and I think
heard like
she's got
kinda
some
cool, like,
she's got some decent like character work to her. But Zaid is such like a one-dimensional tropey character that I'm like, okay, like I guess we wrote this character on like day one of writing 101.
the only thing I know about like Kasumi is that she's an assassin or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, like, you know,
So I think that-
obviously if you've not played the DLC, then it will be interesting to get your perspective on what Kasumi is like.
It will. My only exposure to her is watching the Citadel, like party DLC.
Don't be stupid.
And then she
Zaid. I
turned
have a
up,
company
and
of
she just like
bloodthirsty
teleports in and out of the
bastards
party sometimes. I like, he's like,
kill or be killed on my
and she looks cool.
demand.
Again, I was 15 when I was trying to catch up on all this. I was like,
Actually,
oh, do you know there's like
shot,
secret
give my
interactions we
men
never
a
got to
reason
that
to
for
put you
DLC?
down
And
like
thanks
a
to it.
mad dog
Yeah.
you are. Again.
Also, yeah, I will say, Shadow, like, 100%, like, I know some people are socially awkward, and, like, I don't always necessarily feel good about, like, blocking a person, but again, like, it's one of those of, it might be worth, like, you know, making a light note of, like, oh, you know, can you lay off with, like, the personal questions or something like that, but, like, generally speaking, you do have to
What
be
the hell are you doing?
way more kind of like brutal than you might like. I don't like blocking people, and I try to give people many chances as well, but like, even though I understand a lot of the time it is maybe people with good intentions, it's like it's bad for both me as a streamer and also makes for like a bad stream for other people to watch.
Here's the thing: you don't have to explain to people what your boundaries are.
Yeah.
They're your boundary. It's like it's a lesson that I've learned very quickly, and it's like you don't have to justify what makes you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
If something makes you uncomfortable, you don't like it. You don't have
Like,
to interact with
'cause
that.
actively making you uncomfortable on your own stream is going to make it a worse experience for anyone else who's then coming in to watch it. And it's like, if you're then feeling on edge and like on guard a little bit because someone's made you feel uncomfortable, then like that's not just affecting you, that's affecting your entire stream. Also, hi Ross, sorry, didn't mean to ignore you, we were just in a bit of a thing. I will say, like, the idea of a 1991 live-action Dragon Ball movie that I've not heard of is weird as fuck. And, like, I'm really intrigued. I might, like, Google it later just to see what the fuck it's going on with, but, like, I never heard of that shit. And, like, there's so many just weird 90s Dragon Ball stuff that exists that I just was never aware of because I was too young. Interesting.
We're here to free these people. Why the hell would you blow up the refinery?
I came here to kill Vito Santiago. You want my help on your mission, you better make damn sure that man dies today.
But, glad Karl and I can help you. It's like, yeah, okay. We will, yeah, sure. If you want to kill this dude, yeah, sure. Let's move on.
I don't care what else happens, as long as Vito swallows a bullet.
It's like, you know what? The first half of that sentence really summed up Zaid in this game for me. It's just I don't give a crap what happens.
The thing, the fact we're talking over it because I want to pursue it. So I've heard
Like, yeah, with other characters, I'm like, let's give them time to talk, and like we will talk over them, but I try, like, you know, give some people some space every now and then. I don't want to be the entire stream to just be us being silent, but it's like, yeah, just with Zaid, I couldn't care less because A, as I said, he's like a badly written trope and not cared about, but B, just like I've been through this mission before and it's not like Kasumi where it's half-baked but actually a bit interesting. It's just not interesting.
The whole place is gonna blow!
No time. Vito's probably halfway.
Like,
to the
even his
sunbox
fucking
by now.
loyalty mission is just trope 101 of like, oh no, the place is gonna blow up and we need to get to the guy.
Yeah, I've been trying to find the quote as well, like, you know, the idea of, like, you don't have to explain your boundaries. It weirdly doesn't the Patrick Bateman quote, where he's basically having a conversation with his girlfriend, and he just stands up and says the equivalent of,
And if he gets away, I'm
this
blaming you.
conversation It's frustrating me, and I'm going to leave, and just walks out of the room. I can't remember what the quote is, but it's like really good. It's one of those things where it works in every situation if you say it with confidence.
Let's get moving before Vito gets away.
Glad you
And like,
see my
obviously,
way.
in terms of like, if it's a relationship, it's healthy to then discuss your boundaries with your partner or whatever. But you know, when it comes to people online, it's like, you know, the block button is there for a reason, and I shouldn't have to explain to you why I blocked you, because if you did something that made me feel like I need to block you, that should be enough. That should just be the answer, is I felt the need to do so.
Like, no is a complete sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have to explain yourself.
And it is just funny of like, when people see, you know, I follow quite a few people who are liberal with the block button, and I am as well. And it's like, you know, people talk about it like, well, the block button is there so I can block people, and if anyone gives me any hint of bad vibes, I'm blocking you. Because I don't want that in my life.
It's that classic thing, isn't it? Like, there's that legendary tweet of like, LMAO, you blocked me. It's like, yes, I pressed the button to make the weirdo disappear from my mentions forever. It took 1/4 of a second and I'd do it again.
Yeah. I do find it fun that since we put that Mass Effect video out, there's been like multiple comments on that Wiki Weekends vid of like, oh, like, you know, the thermal clip, here's the explanation for it. It's
I'll
like,
take it.
we don't need the explanation for the thermal clips. We just need to know that they're worse than the first game. That's all you need to
Eyes
know.
up front.
Yeah. I can't find the full quote, but it's like, if anyone wants to track it down, it's where he's having the conversation with his girlfriend in the restaurant, leave it, please.
What creator was it?
Impending.
It's Patrick Bateman.
Oh, Patrick Bateman, right. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a Patrick Bateman quote from...
I thought you were
American
saying,
Psycho.
like, because you kind of cut off through Discord a little bit as you said it.
Ah, okay, sorry.
I thought you were saying, like, a person, not a character.
No, it's like basically there's just he has this long running thing of like, because he's a sociopath. When he doesn't want to talk to anyone anymore, he just stands up and leaves. And it's just that thing of, but it's one of those things of like, that's actually really healthy behaviour. This situation makes me uncomfortable. I no longer wish to be here.
And like,
Firing an impact shot.
you know, I guess the point is like how weirdly he comes across saying it, but yeah, if you say it like a regular human being would, like, it's actually a reasonable thing to do. It's like totally respectful and reasonable to just be like, I've been made to feel uncomfortable. I want to leave.
Yep. I'm gonna try and track it down now. 'Cause it's such a good fucking quote. Like, it's so good. I like as well as the background of this thing is just screaming.
I like that, like, there's a possibility of even getting banned on Twitch without saying anything. Like, I don't know how that situation even occurs. I'm like, I literally have never said anything, but I got banned. It's like, but how do I literally don't even know how to ban people if they haven't come up in my chat.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but yeah, it's one of those things that can happen, I guess. If you like look at your list of list of people in chat or something. But I mean, like, another problem is, like, you know, you never know whether, like, I don't know, because some people might like just have offensive names and you auto ban them or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trouble behind us.
But a lot of it as well, it's just that stuff of like people getting.
See, now we can
no,
slow it down to watch people burn, Karl.
Yeah, no is a complete sentence.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, regardless of, you know, whether the banning and stuff, like, just, it is 100% one of those things of like, yeah, if you get made to feel uncomfortable by anyone, just, you can, like, just don't have them in your life. It's fine. Especially just like random person on the internet.
You don't owe them anything, do you?
No. And it's like, it's ultimately one of those things of, I think, a lot of people as well starting out get like scared of maybe like, oh, but if I ban anyone or make someone like tell someone that they're not welcome here or anything, then like that's a viewer that I've lost. And I'm not saying that's necessarily Shadow, but like, you know, just in general, a lot of people like will be scared to get rid of a viewership. And it's like, but ultimately, if they're doing something that you don't want in your chat, in your community or something, the quicker you get rid of them, the better. It's like when people are like, oh my god, I can't believe you told me to unsub, now I'm going to unsub. It's like, good, that's what we've just asked you to do.
It's the classic. I saw a great one the other day. So it's like a screenshot of a headline, like classic, like just Daily Mail fodder. This guy's like, that man vowed never to return to Tesco after being banned from Tesco.
It's like, thank you for complying.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing so. It's just funny when people will do that, but then act as if like it's some kind of own upon yourself. It's like, it's literally what we requested. Thank you for, you know, sticking to our wishes.
One down.
Engaging hostiles.
That's it. Just like, oh yeah.
They're through my shield.
I'm gonna actively put like, ah!
Oh god, why are you just so on fire? The flamethrower might be one of the most deadly things in this game. That was quicker to kill you than the giant fucking laser.
I was like, oh, I think there's some fire approaching. I don't know what's going on. And I was just dead before I'd realised like what was fully happening.
Here's the thing though, being on fire sucks.
It does.
I've not been on fire. I imagine it kind of sucks.
That's the thing. I don't think you need experience of being on fire to know that being on fire kind of shit.
That you just look at it and go, yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it's awful. So like, this, like, Vito is just like, does he set one of these things on fire or something? It looked like it was like fire coming from above, but by the time I'd realised what was happening, I was already dead. Morden, I think you need to calm down.
Yeah, I found the quote as well. So I found the quote, but he basically just goes, I've assessed this situation and decided that I'm leaving, and just walked out of the restaurant. It's like that thing is like, what an amazing laugh. I've assessed the situation, I don't like it.
Okay, that's it, yeah. One of these things is on fire and I just didn't notice.
He just followed you. That thing's deadlier than a space laser attached to a collector ship.
Incoming.
Should do the trick. I've assessed the situation and I've decided that I'm leaving. It's just incredible. Like, Luke Scott, can you think of a moment in your life where that would not be relevant?
Not really, no.
Down.
I still remember
It's
one time, like,
I've assessed the situation and I'm going.
I feel really bad for it, but it is like, you know, it's funny in hindsight. But I also still feel a bit guilty about the situation because like, I've known this person for a while. But like one day, they were just, they were not interesting me at all. And I just like turned to them while I'd had a couple of drinks and went, I'm sorry, I'm really bored, and just walked away. I was like, I feel bad about it, I do, but at the same time, it's also slightly funny.
One down.
The way you say it to me is that you just said, look to them like, look, all you do is complain and it's boring, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It's like because all they do is that when you all they do is moan. And
Yeah.
nothing like that anyway of funny stories or but oh the bloody weather. It's like just everything is like just an effort.
And it's like, just sometimes, like when you're trying to have a good night, that's not the energy you need.
Enjoy.
Oh, Morden just like, here, enjoy, as he's just gonna like shoot someone point blank in the face. I respect it more than
Well, you know,
like true Solarian energy of just. I hope you enjoy getting shot in the face.
Firing concussive shot.
It like got rid of the fucking heavy that's just like shooting rockets from down.
My shields are down.
Oh, oh no, the fire again. Some kind of mech. Oh, there's a. Why is there's so much fire happening? There's like these two things going back and forth, and a pyro, or multiple
you know,
pyros.
this feels like a DLC mission where they just figured something out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we've got like this really like, not mechanically, but like, oh, we've got a really good-looking fire effect. We figured out it's like good-looking fire effect. Let's put this everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes that happens with stuff where you're like, certain games they just figured something out. And like, oh, this is gonna look good. Like, do you know what? Like, people are really fucking love.
Not this.
Flammable.
Like, please stop.
Flammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter.
Like, Morden just keeps getting set on fire and is like, I don't enjoy this.
Well, it's from what I understand about Solarian biology, like they don't like being on fire.
As far as I'm aware, Solarians do not enjoy it now.
Krogans love it.
Like, that's terrifying as well, because Krogan's, like, as I think it's mentioned before, like, that Krogans can recover quicker than they take like, battle damage in a lot of scenarios. It's like, does that mean that when they're on fire, they just continue to regenerate, but also be on fire?
Well, there's a bit like Invincible. Just like the latest episode of Invincible, we have a screenshot of Omni-Man stored on a black hole.
Oh my god.
He's just flying through space and he flies past a black hole and just watches it. Like,
this is the end of the mission. Jesus Christ.
Oh, done. Do it. Oh.
Like one real combat room.
You know, it was nothing.
It does that, like, you know, that classic
Business,
thing.
I
Oh,
swear.
you've just murdered 1 million people, but you've got to take your time with this
It was
guy.
20 years
He's
ago.
got to explain.
Look at you. I did you a favor. Saeed, please. I'm gonna die here, man. Do something.
We've just
Try,
melted like
son
50
of a
people.
bitch.
Yeah. I at least do appreciate that we murder a lot of people, but we're never actually portrayed as just being good people. It's like Shepard is someone who gets the job done, and that's how they're portrayed. They're never portrayed as like, oh, you know, everything we do is like within perfect reason or anything. It's just
Also,
no,
yeah, fuck that guy.
kind of we're just a bit shitty.
If someone set me on fire, I'd probably want to set him on fire at least. as
Yeah.
revenge.
Like, we died twice getting set on fire. I want to set him on fire in return.
How do you like it?
But yes, that
So I
was
really
a
don't
very
like that idea.
fascinating mission. You don't even get an interesting conversation with the two at the end. Like, when he finally
Yeah, you think
confronts
it's-
this guy that he's spent 20 years tracking down, it's like, fry you son of a bitch.
In some ways, though, that can be satisfying. Like,
Maybe if we had a bit more, like,
These-
build-up or something,
Yeah.
but it was one combat encounter where we didn't speak to the dude.
do you know where, like, Garrus, like, there's that doctor that he's hunting?
Mm-hmm.
Garrus just shoots you in the back.
Yeah.
It's like, you talk to him, and then, like, he says, are you going to kill me? And you go, I don't know. So that's up to Garrus, and Garrus just shoots him. That can be kind of, like, in John Wick, the first John Wick movie, where he goes all the way to the end, the guy's like, please, like, he goes through all of that, and then it breaks that classic trope of, while the guy's monologuing, John Wick just walks up and shoots him in the face.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't even let him finish his sentence.
See, like, has it gone all the way around yet? Of, like, do you think that is now the trope? Do you think cutting off
No.
someone mid-monologue is now the trope?
I think it's because the trope is so common.
Hmm.
I feel like it's so common that it's never really going to get subverted in a way that's satisfying, because you need a bigger movie to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
The only reason I know it in John Wick is because obviously it subverts that.
Trade
Maybe
it,
the
yeah.
classic. I think the one that's like probably the most one of the most satisfying is in The Equalizer, which is obviously just John Wick with Denzel Washington instead.
Mm-hmm.
Where like a guy I think he like kills his family or something like that. I think it's Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
Makes it
right,
even
okay,
funnier,
yeah.
'cause, like, how he's hot shit. And just The Equalizer's like, I'm going to tear your throat out. And he's like, no, you're not. And then The Equalizer fucking tears his throat out. I think like the final Rambo movie, like Rambo says, I'm going to rip your heart out and feed it to you.
Hmm,
The guy's like, no, you won't. And that's what Rambo does. It's like, okay,
fair.
he did exactly what he said he'd do.
And I hope we're all ready for, like, the super cool enhanced Citadel with loads of extra places to explore, right? Because it's a sequel.
Isn't it just like a corridor now?
I think it is like a couple of corridors.
Which is a shame, because exploring the Citadel is one of my favourite things, because I'd love like going to the various like diplomatic stations for the various like talking to the Hanar. Like
Mhm.
walking looking like that. Fuck it.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
They'll definitely know it's you. People go look at that and go, that's obviously Commander Shepard. Like dressed like a Beetleborg. Like the big bad Beetleborgs.
Good old 1-0. Finally done after 4 years. He's like, that's longer than most animes take to go through their entirety.
Yeah.
Like one arc in
It's
One
almost-
Piece is longer than most anime.
But it still needs to catch up to EastEnders.
Is anything ever going to be EastEnders level?
Fascinating creatures.
I think just what I've been watching recently, because like Joe, just when stuff just pops up.
Mhm.
So that pops up is The Bill. Do you remember The Bill?
Like, I don't think I've ever really watched The Bill, but like I know of The Bill.
Yeah, I saw like an episode that pop on like Prime or something. Like,
Please tell me your password,
season
Commander
26, episode 48. I'm like, what? I looked it up. It's had 27 years. It was on the air.
See, stuff like teasers for the next arc and shit, I won't touch. Like, I will not look at that stuff. Like, I'm
Why would
gonna
you do
finish
anything
1-0 and then be like, cool, time for me to take another 4 years of like completely ignoring any spoilers of One Piece, or at least doing my best to.
Silence is.
I still need to get around at some point. Maybe over Christmas. Maybe I'll go watch Attack on Titan now it's finished. I'll like pay for like a month of Crunchyroll and watch Attack on Titan. When's the next season of My Hero? Is that out yet?
Of
Or is
which
that
one?
next year? Still at the latest one, like season 6, I think it is.
Of what? Sorry.
My Hero.
Oh, I'm not sure with My Hero. I have not kept up to date with like when that releases because I normally wait until it all ends.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Um,
Maybe I can like try and get, if that's out now, I can watch that as well. Season 7 is spring or summer 2024. Okay, so I can wait.
yeah, spring makes
I'll try
sense
and
because
look
that's
at that.
normally like when new anime season starts.
I think that'll be like, you know, a good shout out would be like when that starts airing, I'll pay for a month, and then in between I'll watch Attack on Titan.
Yeah, Attack on Titan is definitely worth going and watching. Like I by no means I think it's like not the greatest anime of all time like people say it might be, but like it ended well
It's
enough
just a
that
good
I
one.
would be like, yeah, I'd definitely recommend it.
So I think it's such a big one that I think I want to watch it just because I got really into it the first season and then just dropped completely off.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the
Because anime is one of those things, it's really difficult to stay in because so much of it is bad.
Not the most
Mhm.
famous. Need to watch my
Oh,
step
oh
to keep
Kasumi,
it
there
that
we go.
way.
This is what you're doing.
I
You're on
also needed
the
to make
Citadel?
sure all this was legit.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
You sure? Because I look a lot like a fucking collector weeb.
What makes you so sure?
There's a certain aura about you.
Yeah, that someone
Like
rocking
you've
in
seen things
with
no
full
one else
like
has.
collector
Even
armor.
without knowing what you looked like, I knew it was you.
Has
Been
Cerberus
briefed.
filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't come to see me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
See, that also makes a bit more sense as why they're like a DLC character. Of like, well, I guess I'm just like difficult to get. I guess I'm just difficult to get a hold of. Whereas Zaid is like, yeah, I got paid to do this. Let's go.
Good to have you along.
I do like things like that
You ready to
though,
go?
where it's just like,
I travel light.
why have I never heard
I've
of you?
already
It's like
sent
it's
my
a big
things
fucking
aboard your
character.
ship.
Mm-hmm.
helping me out with the heist. Can't wait to see how you look in formal wear.
Is
Oh,
that...
is this where you got to wear the cool dress?
Wait, what?
Feeling you know something I don't.
They didn't tell you?
Is it like you got to do like a high
Call me
society-ish,
secretive.
like,
I'm looking for my old partner's
heist?
box.
Yes.
A man named Donovan Hawk.
Oh, see, that's cool and interesting. It's like, how many missions involve combat encounters?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It really does feel like, yeah, that the Zaid one was right at the start, like, oh, people love the combat, and then they realise, no, people love the good writing and dumb stuff. Let's go for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
It's
His
just
name
like,
was Keiji Okuda, the
yeah, I
best
love the
hacker
idea of
anyone
like,
I've ever known.
oh cool, we've got to go on like this cool heist mission for you,
Unfortunately, he
and
slipped up and made
instead of
himself
like,
infamous.
oh, we've got
He
to go
stole
shoot a guy and
something
blow
he
him up.
shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just
And
that it was
again, just
dangerous.
a bit of a,
He said if it got out, he
you know,
wanted he would be in
better
trouble.
motivation
He
as well.
encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
If the information's deadly, we have to keep it out of the wrong hands.
Donovan Hawk is the last man I'd want holding this information.
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when
Okay.
the time comes.
Yeah, calm
I
down,
need time
calm
to
down.
nail
Go
the
explore the
details
Citadel.
anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
If that's what Cerberus promised
That's kind of
you,
rad,
we'll
though.
get it done.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun.
And there it is. Like, yep. It's not even a combat mission, don't worry about it.
We
The
should
fact
probably
that you don't
wrap
have
this
to,
up.
that's
You
so
look pretty silly standing
interesting.
there talking
Mm-hmm.
to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
I like the idea though that Shepard didn't notice that she was just like on the balcony right next to him.
She could just do that though, so fair enough. So I have to like, you know, reference the amazing interview about Abe's Odyssey.
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, they're
but I'll
talking
need you to
about
remove
Abe's Odyssey
any
and
antibiotic amp you
get
might
the name of the
have
guy
used.
now. Lorne Lanning is it?
Lorne
Yeah.
Lanning, yeah.
Where he's talking about the design philosophy for Abe's Odyssey,
Looks like
and he
they've
said
tightened up
for
security.
months. Oh, right, this is where they say like, you're supposed to be dead, right?
Shut it down. What?
Like,
You
wait.
seriously think? Yeah, okay.
He thinks you're dead.
Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am. Our scanners are picking up false readings. They seem to think you're...
It's like, I am. But you know what? I'm gonna let's go with this option. Just
I think I
technically.
was. I was a
Missing
bit
in
dead.
action a couple years ago.
Would you mind checking in with my captain? He can reinstate you in our system. He's just
I like
put
how,
some scanners on your
you know,
right.
because obviously Shepard doesn't want to freak people out and be like, hey, I'm like some android zombie dude. It's like,
I
yeah,
know, sir.
technically I was MIA.
That makes sense. For a technical soldier, it's a big galaxy.
No,
If I
sir.
was listed
I can
near,
handle
it's an administrative thing.
Hmm.
Yes, I see the problem already, Commander Shepard. My console says you're dead.
Oh, look, I love that renegade. I like it that way.
You don't change it. Anonymity's useful on my current mission.
That's
Sure, you're a goddamn
so
hero.
much better.
It's not like we have to worry about you
They're
smuggling
like, not
guns
like,
in or
oh
something.
yeah, you know, just change it. It's fine. Like,
I just
don't
put
worry
a
about the
lock in the
problem. It's
system.
like,
Officially,
actually,
you
it's
still
really
won't
handy for
exist,
me to be like
and you won't get
not
hassled by the security
noticed right now.
checkpoints. You should head up to
Not
the
to mention as well,
Presidium, though. The
because
council
he's
would probably
human.
like to know that one of their lost specters is
Because
still
you're a
here.
human. He's like, oh, you're a human. You're a hero.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
the
screw the
quote from
council. Fuck the
What
council.
the council.
They didn't make much effort to confirm my death. I'll make about as much effort to tell them I'm alive.
Fair enough.
That's a
But if you
pretty
have any
baller
friends in
line.
the Presidium
Mhm.
Tower, they might want to know you're all right. I heard you and
What's wrong with this
Councillor
guy's
Anderson
chin?
used to be pretty tight.
He looks like
Anyway,
the Giga
something
Chad
else you
meme.
need?
A little bit,
Can I
yeah.
get back to work?
Why is he so handsome? It looks like when you put the handsome app on your face.
I should be going.
You need anything else? Let me know.
Just yeah, please.
The Lorne Lanning quote, he says, when they were making Abe's Odyssey, the people funding them like, give Abe a gun, give Abe a gun, give him a gun, give him a gun. You should put a gun in this game. People like when you've got guns. Why is there not a gun? Why can't you shoot people?
Hmm.
So he just sat them down and said, if you give Abe a gun, the solution to every problem will be shooting people, and I don't want to make that kind of game.
Yeah, yeah.
And just apparently it shut them the fuck up.
Because like that is true. Is Mass Effect is a role-playing game, but because of the way it's designed around combat, like pretty much every mission and every solution is shoot them.
But it's like, yeah, it's that really
Hey, my
great shit
friends.
post about
Welcome to the Citadel.
Grand Theft Auto. It's like, go to location A, 5-minute cutscene, drive to location B, shoot 50 people, drive back. This game
Yeah.
sold a bit like made $3 million.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's
That's
a
the inside.
satisfying gameplay loop. I get it, but it's all you do in like most games.
I just like that thing of like, if you give me a gun, what's this one?
So
can't see it
we're
myself.
we're at the we're at one of the storefronts on the Citadel, and the Paragon option is one an endorsement, and the Renegade immediately, good day, welcome to the Citadel, accuser of classism.
You know, for a bunch of cheap touristy crap, your prices are pretty high.
I am sorry you feel that way. There are many stores on the Citadel.
I like
Perhaps another
that.
would be more
You get
in
to
your
be a
price
Karen.
range.
Yeah.
So you're saying I'm poor? Just because I'm not as well off as you doesn't mean you can hold yourself above me.
What? No, I...
Hey, everyone! This store discriminates against the poor.
Please, calm down. As an apology, I'll let you have my
Uh.
station employee discount. Is that acceptable?
Like straight away, just walk straight out and be like, "This discriminates against poor people."
Experience.
That is a renegade move.
It is.
That's such a good thing to do.
That is a Karen and a half.
In his space Karen. Oh, we get a hamster.
Little space
Buy it.
hamster.
I'm
Purchase the
fist, buy
space
every
hamster. Let's do it. Oh, and now, oh yeah, okay. So Carl, just give everyone a minute. Let's just admire like the Citadel, because I forgot we need to make the viewer reward to like let chat remind us to feed the fish, because we're buying fish now.
You know my favourite thing about that space hamster? How does that get delivered? That wasn't the most terrifying thing ever for that hamster. Like those things they put posts in, and those pipes.
Mm.
One of them, like,
boom.
Oh,
Reward
man,
name, feed the fish.
Yes, put it in. I was researching something for one of my favourite stories about a video game. Are you aware of the Sims death virus?
What?
The Sims, like, so there was a bug in an early version of the first Sims game where just randomly your Sims would die for no reason whatsoever.
Okay.
And they couldn't figure out what it was. It's just like there's something in the game that when Sims do it, they die, and we don't know what's causing it. It turns out there was a bug in like the guinea pig and pet DLC, and if you made your Sim interact with a guinea pig by petting it, it would like trigger a thing in the Sim so they'd immediately die of old age. Like it set them to be like 150 years old or something like that, so they just die like a day later of old age. And they couldn't figure it out, and just had to release a patch that had a patch note of yeah, don't pet guinea pigs, they've got guinea pig disease. But he was just killing people. He's poisoned like guinea pigs.
I'd love to like, if there was like a maybe. I mean, thank you, fish. I can't feed the fish right now, but when we're on the Normandy, we can. I will use that reward as like notification that we should feed the fish next time we're on board.
I like the idea though that you walked in and you were so offended by the price you had to go take a deep breath. What's it going to be like, though? Like, if you go in, Commander Shepard's dead, and then 5 minutes later, that guy hears, Commander Shepard is my favourite star.
Because that's the thing, right? Like, I know we're playing Renegade, but we're going to have to go into one of these stores and endorse them.
It's my favourite bit is, every time you walk through the Citadel, you hear it.
I hear this is the best.
It's the only voice lines on I prefer male Shepard to play.
Yeah, it's one of the few.
The whole damn Citadel.
He delivers it so deadpan.
Like a YouTuber.
That's true. Okay, can we endorse this cafe? It looks like he's too busy.
I just need to pick up
speaking
some spices. Amino-dextrous and amino-sinister, if you have it.
You don't mix your spice chirality. What cooking school did you say you went to?
There we go. High grade provisions for the ship. That
This is
means
what you wanted, right? So you can actually get some good shit.
yeah. Now the
I don't go to cooking
now the
school.
troops
I just
will have
want something
better
tasty to put on a
food
steak.
from the chef on board the ship.
Army march on its stomach. Let's go. Just accuse the woman of classism. Like space captain. Let's go. It's so good. Such a strong line.
It's true. You could pop in and immediately bit. We don't have anything of a reward to fight fish, but we do have one to feed fish. You ship salesman.
On the bowler.
You will
All the
find
bowler.
many excellent ships
But
for
it is
sale
so sad that the Citadel
only
goes
slightly
from like
used, yes.
this actual open explorable place, and I get that it took a while to get around. You still have the fast travel option inside to just get you to the important rooms, and now it's like is, you know, just almost identical corridors where you can just go up and down the stairs.
It's emblematic of the game, isn't it? Of like, it's more focused on combat.
Mm-hmm.
Shepard, we know times are tough. Station records show that
You only made 0 credits last year.
Oh my god, this is the future, man.
Yeah. The advertisement is personalised going, Shepard, we saw you made no money last year. You could make more money doing this.
That's what AI is going to be. Have you seen this? Like, as of like today, AI like prompts for real people have started showing up on Google searches.
Oh god, no.
What?
Well, the thing is people who've died. So if you like Google some like, I believe it's like the Hawaiian singer who sung "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." If you Google him, and the top result is an AI generated image of him. And it's like, we've reached the point now where you can just no longer trust images on the internet.
Yeah. Also, that wasn't that was not an updated GIF of Oryx or anything. These are still the initial ones that I made.
Remember the human who fought off the Geth?
Unless there's like other pictures or something you're referring.
Please look around the store.
Might be on the Discord.
To have you here.
Don't harass this guy. Endorse his shit. He was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I know the other lady was nice, but I like
yeah, the other lady wasn't actually a classist. She just went, "Hi, welcome to my store and welcome to the Citadel." And to get a discount, we just carried her up and went, "This woman's accusing us of being poor. She's classist."
I like it when you do that. You're walking in armor worth like more than a house. Give this guy an endorsement. He's a cool dude.
Let's do it.
You know, I use quite a bit
It's
of
such a
software in
fun
my
thing to
line
do.
of work.
It's a shame so few understand their own equipment. Besides the most obvious point and go nav interfaces anyway.
You wouldn't believe how often I hear, "Why is the ship turning around? We're only halfway there."
Oh, I would.
You know, I like your products. Any interest in an endorsement from the human who defeated Saren?
I'd be thrilled. But I don't think I could afford to pay you for it.
Don't worry about it. What if we just work out a discount?
Absolutely. Just speaking to my
You
console.
know what? That's a really reasonable deal you made there.
It is, yeah.
On the Citadel.
That will be splendid. I can edit that.
It's
and have
like,
it working
hey,
right
I
away.
like your
Thank you
product.
so
I'm going
much.
to buy a lot of them. I will lend my likeness and my, like, you know, the goodwill generated by my name to your business. You give me a discount.
Yeah, and then it's just like, oh yeah, oh no worries, fish. Have a good time at the gym. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna make a nice recording. We'll get a win-win out of this. I'm gonna want a lot of your things, including like these things for 75,000. You know, well, let's buy this dumb-looking visor though. Reduces the recharge time of your powers by 5% and makes you look 200% more dumb. I'm down. But then tech damage. I mean, to be fair though, 20% tech power damage while I'm a tech person, while I'm an engineer.
Is insane. It's a straight 20% damage boost on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I recently managed to get a hold of like Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Without giving no money,
My
it's fucker.
favorite customer. What can I get
So
you?
that I want
I'd like to buy something.
Oh, it's all automated these days. There's a catalog interface over there.
I'm intrigued. What's his job then?
Everything's automated. Why are you here?
Customer service. Sweeping out the store. Carefully explaining
Because
things to
speaking
the
about
customer.
AI,
It's stunning how many people think that light moves faster through
It's like,
expensive fiber
oh.
optic cables than it does through cheap ones.
I also quite like that.
Thanks for your time.
That's a real
Like-
thing.
Any-
That's
Oh.
got to be a nod to monster cables, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit around cables where, like, some things, for example, like the if you look at like that, you know, ridiculous new USB-C Thunderbolt cable that Apple are charging like 150 quid for or whatever.
It does
like-
charge your iPhone in 10 minutes.
It's not worth, like, at least to me, I don't think it's worth, like, you know, fucking 30 times the price of another cable you can get on fucking Amazon or whatever. But if you look at the insides of it, it is actually, like, it's got more power and more data transfer and is manufactured to a higher quality and stuff. Like, it is an impeccable cable, but it's still not worth 150 quid to me or however much it costs.
It's also as well probably what that product should be worth if it wasn't made in a third world country. I mean, it's probably still made in a third world country.
Yeah. It's like you look at it and like I saw Adam Savage like got these guys to like scan it and do like a layer by a layer like breakdown of it, and it's like, no, if you look at it, like the soldering on it is impeccable. All the wires are like perfectly arranged and coiled in like specific ways for like, you know, better like use over time and like less likely to have breakages and stuff. And it's like, it ostensibly it's a cable with like, it does everything better, but it's like is a cable that does everything better, worth 30 times the price of that cheap cable.
Is charging 10% faster worth it to you? And for some people it is.
Yeah,
It's
like
a
the
great
data
example of
transfer
that.
speeds should be like way better than other USB-C cables. And it's
Like
like fair play to them. Like for once, they're like absolute bullshit on we made an improvement on this product. It's like they did, but they're charging a lot for it because they know they can with that.
It was a great example. Is the stock exchange.
don't
They
make many
spend
sales.
millions,
isn't exactly the
literally
Presidium.
millions,
Not a big market for
updating
expensive
the
tech here.
software
The
there.
foundation is not
Hmm.
concerned
So
with
that stuff would
profits.
pop up on
A
screen
portion
like
of our
0.1%
sales funds
faster.
research to cure
Yeah,
genetic
yeah.
diseases.
Because in the world of business like that,
That's a noble goal.
0.1%.
But maybe if you took off a few percentage points, sales would improve enough to
Have you ever
offset
seen
the
that statistic
balance.
of like most
I
stocks are
cannot
held
hold
for
a
like less
sale
than a
without
second,
permission from the
or 5
district
seconds or
hell?
something like that.
How about for one
There's so many like
special customer
algorithms doing
with
like
a
micro
large
trades
credit
and stuff.
account?
Yeah, yeah.
Someone like Commander Shepard,
So
a hero
businesses
of
will
the
pay like
Citadel.
millions to get access to the New
You're
York Stock
Shepard.
Exchange, like
I didn't even
fractions
think
of a
of-
second faster. A fraction of a second when the price is fluctuating can be tens of
I could give
thousands
you
of
my
dollars.
employee discount if
Because
Over the
people
course
are
of a year-
trading that many stocks
That would
all of the
certainly
time.
encourage me.
Please.
So
browse
pay,
our
it's
catalog.
worth paying millions of dollars for like a couple of percent faster on your like upload and download speed.
I also appreciate, like, this one we went in, like, give us a discount. And it ended, like, oh, you're Commander Shepard. Like, cool, this is so awesome.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
like, not all of them are just,
Like, I know
you're
I'm-
an asshole.
They all have a different reaction to it. Also, I like that thing, that AI thing of what do you do? Well, the people who are too fucking stupid
looks
to work the
interesting.
computers.
Well, it's not,
It's
like, yeah, it's
basically
barely
together.
that. It's just like, well, what do we need you for when we've got a perfectly, like, working AI? It's like, well, I'm just here to, like, be nice to people.
Yeah, people
Like,
like
it's hard
people
for
will
it-
buy from a service and a human face
Yeah,
or
it's
Solarian face.
hard for people to, like, you know, not go in and, like, you know, actually shop and have a good time if they don't have customer service. It's like, I guess that's the use that we've got in the future when AI takes over.
I still think my favorite thing is when you always get those like weird asshole older people taking pictures of like Joe whenever like someone's like, "Can I get paid a fair wage for my work?" And then we get pictures of like McDonald's or like the auto again, like, "You're just going to get replaced by these."
I need you to
And then just like
stop
it's the same people have that who go in and bitch
You're
like, "I don't want to talk to a robot."
Earth Clan. Just because the Vol Clan need...
It was a poor choice of words, sir. I apologize.
I'll see if I can find out what happened.
Ma'am, this is a C-Sec matter. We'll do all we can to resolve this.
And you can
We don't
tell,
need
like, how
civilian
old a
help.
game this is,
If
where
you
it's
do
like,
happen to find
you
the
clearly
chip,
see the
please let one of our
that
officers
little
know.
bat is meant to, like, put out that other guy. But its
Yeah.
line ends, bat,
line
begins. And it's like, if that was like, you know, Baldur's Gate, that would be like overlapping.
Like I said, like you need to play the game just to appreciate how good the voice acting is. And like
Let's
it's so good.
Out there.
That's the thing
Like,
is, you know, I keep saying, you know, when all the things fall into place, it's like it's on Xbox and it's got crossplay, we'll be playing through it co-op. I'm not like I don't plan on playing Baldur's Gate. It's just that because of the weird release, I haven't been able to yet.
You ever had ramen? It's a delicacy back on Earth.
I'm looking forward as well to you know, seeing what the game looks like on a Series S, because obviously that's the one that like apparently had a lot of technical problems with co-op, and I think it's like it's not releasing with split screen co-op on the Series S, only on the X, and they're going to work on it. But I'll be intrigued to see what like the single player performance is like working on the S.
And that's the thing, you won't care because like you're just gonna love every character so much. Like, I think I showed you like my favorite voice line in the entire game.
Yeah.
Is when you tell Karl like to wait at camp, and she just goes, "Really, really, really," and you feel so bad you don't want to do it.
And
It's like, I don't want to leave her at camp because she sounds so upset about not being able to go out and just have fun adventures.
It's one of those things that I am aware that I could play it split screen co-op on the PS5, but like that's a game where I'll look at it and I'll look at the amount of UI on the screen. I'm like, I don't want to play split screen.
No.
Like the fact that I've got the upcoming option to not play split screen means I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, it's a PC-ass PC game. That's
Yeah,
sure.
I just look at that and go, if that's double, like, get that UI and double it, I'm like, that's too much screen space and take it on.
Human.
Oh, we don't have enough Paragon to get the discount on this one.
Give me a discount.
Give me a fucking discount.
I understand you sell hunting supplies. I'm interested.
Why would human scavengers need guns? They only.
Do I look like a human scavenger?
Like that time the Citadel was attacked by Geth and you killed the council.
Oh, okay, they know who we are.
You had a fleet
Okay,
to
so he's
protect
pissed
the
about
council.
it.
Yeah.
Your sovereign
Yeah.
blew right through them. Too bad your admirals didn't ask us for help sooner. At least you've got us here to protect you now.
What are you saying?
I'm saying
I
that
don't like how
he's
he's like, you're implying that.
cost, because you know humans are the best defense this
Oh,
place has right now.
fuck off,
I
Shepard.
hate how you gotta do that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now buy something and
Like,
get out.
why is
I
it
will
that
say that.
Renegade Shepard has to be just like humans are
so hard,
superior? It's like, it doesn't fit the Shepard character.
But I will speak to it's like Shepard's ability to read people, that you are so effortlessly able to read a situation and know exactly what you need to say to push someone's buttons
Oh, yeah.
to
Yeah.
get what you want. In my head, it's just Shepard's just saying that because they know it's like the thing that will convince people.
Karl.
Oh my god, yes.
They're even more dumb. Fuck yeah.
You need
Like,
to wear them and have sex with Tally.
power damage up by 5%. Let's go.
Come on right now.
Oh wait,
Have
game
you tried
salesman.
Galaxy of Fantasy yet?
Oh
I love
yeah,
that
I
game.
want to try
It's
Galaxy of
based on
Fantasy.
Turian mythology, but it's really fun. I hear it has 11 billion players now.
I love that.
I bet that's like
Do you have any games
that's
you'd
considered a
like to play
failure
with?
in the Mass Effect universe. There's like 8 billion people.
It sounds like he's bragging about it, right?
Like, do you remember where like Prototype 2 sold like 4 million copies in a weekend, and EA's like, it's a failure, can it? Destroy the studio.
I mean, that one would have been Activision, right?
Either way, like EA, it's one of those shit.
They've both done it with a dozen studios each,
I want
yeah.
the strongest thing you have.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
It's like, it's amazing to me that like no matter what a game does, it's like Square Enix always comes out the other side like been a disappointment. And then people are like, yeah, you keep saying that, but you only say that about like the Western games. And then like Final Fantasy 16, like they go, you know, it's exclusive to PS5, and the PS5's been out for like less than 3 years. It was like, you know, 2.5 years at that point. And like, well, it did sell 3 million copies in the first 10 days or whatever. What that's on, I think the word they said was like, that was on the lower side of the expectations that they had for the game, and therefore it was disappointing.
Yep.
And it's like, it's not that it didn't sell well, it sold like
Go
on
down.
the lower
Dance.
side of the high end of expectations or some bollocks, and it was like, fuck off, Square Enix.
Do it. Shows your moves.
Yeah.
Like, go look at your teammates though, scroll the camera.
You can't even move the camera. That was it. You can't move the camera, you just get Shepard going.
Can you do it still on the thing and not move, and have your camera point towards Gareth so you can watch Gareth not? Like, look at Gareth and then do it. Oh, they turned around, look, it's too embarrassing. I still think it's best in like Mass Effect 3, where you can like you proper go for it in Mass Effect 3.
Can you? Yeah. I couldn't remember.
What's your favorite dance scene in a video game, and why is it Cloud at like the Bumblebee Club?
Oh yeah, of course that's the one.
Oh, he does a limit break on stage.
Because I was gonna say Nico in GTA 4, but like yeah, I mean Cloud's obviously the correct answer.
It's more the fact he does a full limit break.
Mm-hmm.
How did they not make that an entire DLC?
The people want to hear your story, Shepard.
Oh, they want to hear my story, do they? Well then.
Oh,
well,
the best running gag in all of Mass Effect.
I interviewed you 2 years ago when you first became a Spectre.
Yes, you did.
Did you punch him out in the first game?
Yeah, you punched me when my questions hit too close to home.
Again. Am I supposed to know you?
Sorry, don't remember, don't care.
But the people
I've been
remember
dead.
you, Shepard. Your bad, your news. I just want to give your story its due.
Do it again, please.
It's got to happen.
I think it's the only decision I've never seen anyone say not to pick the Renegade option here.
It's fair to say the course of the battle hinged on your words. If true, you told Admiral Hackett to abandon the Destiny Ascension,
I've had enough of your disingenuous assertions.
You know what? Fuck you.
He didn't even let her get the question out.
Oh.
You think you can keep treating
So
the press like this and get away with it?
So I'm pretty sure now in Mass Effect 3, if we go to do it again, she dodges it.
Yes, so that's the running gag. If you try and do it in all 3 games, she knows you're going to punch her, and she counters it and knocks you out. She's absolutely chinned you on. It's great.
I can't wait to see that happen.
The best bit is as well, like, everyone picks that decision because she's just such a prick about it.
Wait, there's audio crackle. I thought that was coming through my headphones.
Is it my voice?
It might be, but it might be the game.
Yeah, I adore that because you don't even let her get the question out. I'm half surprised that like Garrus don't join in.
So I moved my foot.
I saw your camera turn off, yeah.
And my camera just went like, boo. Like, no, I've just bought a new wire for you. Stop it, everyone. Oh, God.
Here's the thing, imagine though if like Garrus joined in on that, like when you're beating up the reporter. It's like you just proper jumper.
Recently been dead. Don't you deserve the quality and distinction of a traditional Asari burial robe? Anata's mortuary offers the finest quality burial robes.
I hate this. I hate this advert shit. This is real. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if like there's more crackle coming through for people.
You know what's good? Alliance Corsair. The battles are pretty realistic, but it's still fun. And you can install it on an Omni tool.
Because I heard it blip then.
It could just be the mixing for this section, maybe. There is a lot of overlapping dialogue in this section. Yeah, I don't think I've ever met a single person who doesn't punch out the reporter every time.
You've got to do it.
It's that things that I get, like, the reporter and they're doing their job, but this is like TMZ level journalism. It's gotcha journalism, they can go fuck themselves. So I'm a legitimate journalist. Like, okay, ask a proper question then.
Okay, well, hopefully it's not too distracting for people and we can just cope with it. I don't know what's going on with it, to be honest. It might just be worth me picking up a new cable for my Elgato, maybe.
Oh, look at the Elcor go. It's the only time I've seen one walk.
Shepard, welcome back to the ranks of the living.
Oh, he's even in like the
I wasn't
evil
sure you
robes,
got my
look.
message.
It's like,
You seen him?
mm-hmm.
I heard it a little bit. It's only on dialogue,
Yeah.
not in the entire. If he was crackling, you think it'd be like just the entire game would be crackling. It's only when he talks.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's been a long time, Captain.
It's Counselor now. I had
Not
to give
when
up my
you
commission
talk for
when I
someone
joined
as
the
well.
council. I'm glad you came. Though I was hoping the rest of the council would be here for this meeting too. Unfortunately, they rarely listen to me. Sometimes I wonder if Udina...
No, yeah, it's definitely like other people's voices are crackling.
Not yours, yeah.
Nobody said this was going to be easy, but I know you.
No, it is. It's crackling on all of the dialogue.
But I doubt Udina would echo it. He thinks I need to work on my people skills.
Maybe.
Well, you can see he's wearing the evil robes.
It is. That's called a politician's robe, Karl.
Some of what I hear has been
think,
frankly
like-
a little disturbing. I wanted to give you a chance to explain your actions. Maybe get the
I think
council
as well
to
when
see
I
things
watched
from
like the
your
Mass
point of
Effect
view.
video we made,
But they
I
refuse
did,
to
because
see
I've never
you
seen
let
the Renegade
previous
Shepherd
council die
option.
during Sovereign's attack on the Citadel.
But
They
like when
feel
you go
always
full
put human
Renegade,
interest
Shepherd, like
before galactic
humanity must lead us into a new generation. I was like, put off by it.
What are you doing out there?
I'm dead.
There is quite a few responses when I Google like Legendary Edition sound crackles, and there's like quite a few people saying there's like audio crackling and bugs and stuff, but you would think that
It's only happened when we got to the Citadel.
yeah, like, or at least I've only noticed it now. No, what you doing here? It's like, well, you know,
What did you expect? You left me for
I
dead.
died and you guys
Turned your
didn't do
back on
anything
me
about
just
it,
like
but
you've done to
Cerberus
innocent
did. What do you want me to do?
We thought you were dead. As soon as I heard different, I sent you that
No,
message.
I've not plugged headphones in because I'm playing on the Xbox, not on the PC. My
I
headphones
know
are plugged
you
into
should.
the PC.
I know you wouldn't work for Cerberus without a good reason. Something more is going on here.
That doesn't really make any sense. Fine. I
The
need your
Reapers are
help.
moving again, but not through the Geth. It's the Collectors. They're behind the colony abductions.
The Collectors? We hadn't considered that. There's so little data.
I like the fact
They've
as well
always
that
seemed
it's
like a
not
fringe threat.
like the
If they're
Reapers
upfront with
where
the Reapers, this is big.
they don't
But even
believe that
may
they
not be enough
exist.
to get the
It's just,
council off its tail.
oh yeah, the Collectors.
The others have
We
spent
didn't
the
think they
past
were
2
much of a
years
threat.
convincing themselves the
It's like,
Reapers
You might,
don't exist.
okay,
I
in
tried to
human
convince them,
terms,
but they
that's
don't want
right.
to see it.
Okay, so Madagascar
It's
just
easier for
invaded
them
the
to accept
continental
Sovereign as a
US.
Geth warship.
What? We never really think about Madagascar. They're not considered to be a world superpower.
It's like
we're aware of them.
We're
never
very
seen them
aware that there's a random species in space somewhere that just go around collecting things and species themselves and like wiping out entire planets. But they've never been a problem until now. It's like,
I guess the thing is, they've never been a problem for you.
exactly. Like the humans have never considered them a problem.
Shut itself down.
We know they exist though. We know they just go off
Just like you and your
gallivanting,
crew, the only ones who
collecting
spoke directly to
things.
Sup. Officially, the
But they've
existence of
never
Reapers has
fucked
been
with us,
dismissed
so
as
we've never
myth
given a
spread by
shit.
Saren to convince the Geth to follow him. We both know the truth. But I've spent 2 years fighting that line, and I don't have much to show for it.
The original council was made up of a bunch of blind, stubborn morons. The new council looks just as bad.
It's up to you to stop the Reaper, Shepard. All I've got
Just
is a
Shepard,
title
like
if you
all
want.
you politicians are
I
useless
can
regardless
reinstate
of who
your
you
Spectre
are.
status. I won't win any
They
popularity
basically are, because
contest,
they're not interested in
but they
solving
can't
problems,
really
they're interested in
object.
getting re-elected.
Your title was never officially rescinded when you died. Besides, you're still a hero to humanity. And
Yeah,
the
I don't
Council
really
knows the
know
danger
what
of discounting our
to do about the idea that the game doesn't like audio above a certain level. I'm like, I don't know how I can do anything about that.
Yeah. Keep as well, keep your Spectre status, because it just gives us a bunch of like fringe benefits.
Right, okay.
I think as well, it just lets you get into some places where having to like do hacking games and
Coming from
shit.
you, it's as good as the first time.
Not quite the same level of ceremony. And more symbolic than useful, but it still has weight in some quarters. The rest is up
Well,
to
there's
you.
no reason to like.
I'll keep the council and the alliance off your back.
Yeah, like we're not going to
Couldn't
get
be
a
too hard
benefit
if
by
you're
not
operating
being a
out of the
spectre.
terminus systems.
You did earn it.
We
Oh,
need to
dickhead.
talk about... Shepard, what are you doing here?
Punch him.
I got a long list of people I didn't want to see, and your name is right at the top.
The feeling is mutual, believe me. Your return is a bureaucratic nightmare for us.
What do you mean? Like, all you need to do is, like, Hero of the Galaxy returns?
Like, try to arrange a meeting with the council. There could be serious political ramifications.
No, you just need to put a press statement.
Why don't you go to your
You know,
office and think
we
about
thought Shepard was MIA. Turns out the hero that saved everyone from the Reapers has returned, or a Reaper.
I got the council position instead of him.
And they're back, and they're on a
Sometimes I need to
secret
put him in
Spectre
his
mission that we're
place.
not allowed to talk about. It's classified. Done.
Yeah.
You'll love as well that Udina's like a huge bitch about it because you didn't let him be in charge.
Yeah.
I love how much of a bitch he is. He's like, because that's the thing. It means he didn't want humans to be in charge. It means he wanted to be in charge.
What do you keep him around for?
That's what annoys me about it. It's like he doesn't even stick to his principles.
He's got his uses.
Oh, humans
And
need
if
to
you
lead.
want
No,
something
I
done on the
need to
Citadel,
lead.
he knows who can make it happen. Plus, he's always happy to attend all those formal diplomatic.
I like as
functions
well,
I can't be
Captain
bothered
Anderson, essentially, is like, I keep him around because I can't be arsed going to all those, like, boring political shit. That's
He
your
loves
job.
it.
That's your job, mate. Like, he's
Yeah,
one of
and he
those
loves it. He
fucking people that turns up to the House of Commons and just falls asleep. It's like, no, you're getting paid to do this. Do your job, Anderson.
Oh my! I saw something that put me on my fucking ass the other day. Do you know, it just hits you like a brick.
Of course, Shepard, I understand.
It was like an old
I
like
wish I could do what the
QI
hell
clip. That's someone on
But if
Earth.
you ever
Like,
want to talk
this is the first ever mention of Jacob
Just
Rees-Mogg on British TV.
Do me a favor.
Oh.
Be careful. You
Yeah.
can't trust Cerberus.
Like, people don't. Jacob Rees-Mogg is this British twat. He's like an MP, and he's just this posh out-of-touch knobhead. The first time he's mentioned on British TV, he was being made fun of in an episode of QI by Stephen Fry, who met him, and just referenced him like, "Oh yeah, he's like some office of some politician somewhere." And he used to get made fun of all the time at Eton because he'd go to meetings with his nanny as a fully grown adult.
My God.
And apparently he'd get annoyed about it. Say, if it's my butler, no one would care, but because it's my nanny, you all make fun of me. It's like, shut up.
There's like, no, even knobheads like up there would still take the piss out of you if your butler was with you. This is the place we're at. We've been everywhere we can at the moment.
For 10 credits, we offer data protection for any game we sell. If the copy protection ever malfunctions, you can download a new copy free.
I like that. Of
I
like,
bet we're joking about that, but yeah, EA would sell that.
yeah,
If, like, if you
we're
get
gonna
to a-
sell you protection on your game. It's like, I don't need protection on my
case
game.
we-
I'll look after my disc. No, not the disc. We'll protect your download code. It's like, fuck off.
EA would do that.
It's like, you know, if you're ever in a situation where we rescind the download, we'll give it back to you for a nominal fee.
I did see, though, perhaps the stupidest fucking take I've seen in a while about games the other day. And it's all like, do you know what? We should be able to resell digital copies of games. And just the top comment is from like someone in the industry saying this would literally kill indie games overnight.
What?
Like, I should be able to, like, if you download a game, you should be able to sell it to someone else. Like, why? How do you sell a digital copy of something that you own?
But like, yeah, I mean, I get the argument of like, you know, oh, I'm done with this
Commander, you
game.
received a new message at your private
Someone
terminal.
else could like give me a $5 for it. But also, if your problem is that someone would buy your game a bit cheaper secondhand, maybe think about where you're setting your price, because generally speaking, if someone wants to play your game, most people are willing to pay for it if you set the right price. Like, it wouldn't kill indie games. It's just that if you're worried about that, then you're making your indie game too expensive. Generally speaking, is that most people, if they think it's a fair offer, will just pay it.
Yeah, it's just that thing of like, there's no logistical way you're ever going to be able to sell a pre-owned digital copy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're never going to be able to figure that out.
I mean, like, I'm sure there is a very easy technical way for, like, a Steam store to be able to transfer a digital, you know, ownership. I'm sure that's not the problem. But there was probably a bunch of other logistical nightmares involved, yeah. But in terms of Steam going, this person no longer owns a game, but this person does, that's probably quite simple. But yeah, it's I think that's like
should do
one of those things as well of the entire reason, or most of the reason why a lot of game publishers and developers want to go over to like the old digital side is so that you can't resell your games. Like, that's never going to be a world in which we live. Unless there is one storefront like a Steam that decides to, you know, say fuck it and shift the expectations of the entire industry.
They're never going to give it all. It's like, people still ride horses. Like, people still drive classic cars.
But it will become a more niche collector's thing, and we're definitely going to get to that point where instead of, you know, say for example like the new PS5, where the new PS5 version, like, you know, the smaller version is, well, you can buy it with a disc drive or you can buy a disc drive for it. And I think it's going to become the normal thing will be that the only thing you go and do is buy a console and you can buy a detachable disc drive separately. Like, that will be the future. Like, the next generation of consoles, they're not going to come automatically equipped with any disc drive, I don't think. I think there's like the PS5, it's like, you know, seen as like now that's kind of an optional thing, and I think that, you know, the like leaked documents from Xbox, their new Series X would be without a disc drive as well. It's like, I'm sure there's going to be optional ways to use discs, but it's going to quickly become the standard to not have it.
Because there'll be a graph somewhere where someone's looked at it and said, this is how much money you'll save if we don't have to make discs.
And also, you won't be, you know, losing out on the 30% or whatever that you're giving away to, like, GameStop or Game or whatever the shops are selling them to. Like, you'll get 100% of the money, you won't get 70% of the money. And people won't be able to buy pre-owned. Like, it's as far as, you know, manufacturers are concerned, like, PlayStation and Xbox, the quicker they can make everybody all digital, the better for them. So we'll go back to the N7 armor. So
you've got so many choices. That one's really stupid, but the other one's really stupid as well. I kind of like how stupid they look. They're like the Mr. Freeze goggles.
Mm-hmm. Because we've got, like, the ones that we bought, we've got the Umbra visor and the Archon visor.
Yeah. The Archon one's the best. Do it that way. It looks so shit. But what does it give you? What's the advantage it gives you?
That one reduces the recharge time of your powers by 5%, and the other one is increase the power of your powers by 5%.
Recharge time.
Yeah.
Always go for recharge time. Use your powers more is always better than doing more damage. It's still with more versatile.
Increases health, storm speed. Let's go for increased health. Change up the colour. Oh yeah, let's go for pink. Bright, hot pink. Well, I like just the white on that one.
Yeah.
It's got very, like, Pink Ranger vibes, the pink and white.
What do you think is like the best primary colour for like hero? It's always like blue or red in it.
It is, but I prefer other colour. Like, I would much rather see a hero in pink or orange or something, or like turquoise rather than red or blue. Like the standard red and blue. I guess then that means we can just go and talk to Kasumi, actually.
Why not?
So I'm interested in doing a heist. Kasumi Goto, there we go.
It's actually like, you know, an interesting thing.
Blue, white, and gold.
It's way more interesting to go shoot a bunch of people. It's like, have you any idea how many more people I'm fucking shooting?
We've got a lot of people that we still need to shoot.
So many people.
I like as well that Kasumi takes the port observation. That's a cool little room.
I just usually was like, she chose your bedroom.
And I hear it all.
And I don't think either of the DLC characters are ever romanceable.
The Red Rose.
No, it'd be too much work.
That used to be my calling card when I first started out.
That is so tropey and pretentious, though. I use a single red rose as my calling card as a thief.
He had a way of making you realize when you were just being sentimental.
Yeah, the dialogue is being real crackly.
Do you know what I'd leave? I'd leave a single neatly coiled turd.
Don't laugh. I like those books. Romance novels, crime novels.
Oh, you doing crappy romance novel. You just think like that. It's such an endearing character quirk.
It's relaxing. Keiji used to find
The idea is that she likes them as like books.
Some of these
She doesn't
are
read
more
them on like
valuable than the
digital
objects he was hired to
device.
steal.
Oh, it's a bit crackly though.
Like, that's a really neat character thing. Like she just likes trashy romance novels.
As well, just, you know, that's 2 times where the item that you interact with, she's talking about the friend that got killed, that the like revenge heist is for, and it's like, okay, well, actually bringing the character like Keiji, did you say that she gives a shit about into the discussions that you're having?
I will say though, your character model looks like shit right now because of all the renegade stuff you've been doing.
Yes, yeah.
Your character looks like shit.
In theory, having like cool, badass scars, it would sound really cool, but the way that they do the scars is just so awful. It looks so bad. Let's just get absolutely crunk with Kasumi.
She's not drinking, but she's watching.
But yeah, the fact that she's saying as well, like, oh, I find the books really relaxing to read, and then she's also picked the observation deck where she gets to sit by the big window and watch space and just relax. Whereas Zaid's just like, yeah, I shot a guy. Oh, that thing, yeah, that reminds me of when I shot this guy.
Absolutely
Women's
crunk
restroom is on
as.
the starboard side of the ship.
You know what though? You can do this. And just close the window on Kasumi.
Yeah.
Just get drunk in a room, close the window, and walk back out.
Do you know that Edie's like Shepard? You drunk? Can you imagine though? Like now, go on your next missions. It looks like Commander Shepard. He's making decisions at the wheel, just drunk off their ass.
That looks like a shower and a half, though, doesn't it? I know it's 3 showers, but you could just turn all 3 on and just get blasted.
I still think one of the best, like, do you know what? You look at something like that's a genius idea. It's the interview with Anthony Mackie about like his routine.
Okay.
And he says like he spent all his money on getting a shower. It's got like 15 shower heads that hit you from every angle at once with like different like degrees of like pressure. And then he bought silk sheets and one of those beds for old people that sits you up.
Oh, okay.
And then asked him why. Well, and I sleep naked because I've got nice sheets. I want to feel them. And then I have my bed that sits up so I can watch TV. It's like that is a man who's living life. He said even his wife will just like he just like in the morning. He says, "So you don't want to sit up in the morning, getting my coffee." that is such a. It's always like you don't want to do that, would you? Like, oh, it's what an old person. I was like, but it works.
And Inumaki just knows what he's doing.
You should have loot the loots in your ship. She's drunk. I can drift around that sun.
Oh,
Depleted
okay,
look.
depleted. I thought we had to
Depleted some more.
find like the landing point, but
Depleted some more. Drain it of all resources. Just drag the planet behind you with a little strain. Mine now.
oh, there we go. Shadow Strike. And the fact as well, yeah, she's got an actually interesting, unique ability. But then you can still also tell, like, oh, but then what do they give as her loyalty unlock? Flashbang Grenade. The same as Aid's. Like, why couldn't they have given her Flashbang and Overload, and then Shadow Strike was her loyalty?
That'd be cool.
But the reason why, for anyone wondering, is because every single loyalty unlock power is one that Shepard then unlocks. So we couldn't unlock Shadow Strike because Shadow Strike involves just going invisible and appearing behind an opponent to hit them. Which is way easier to program like your AI friend to do rather than program the actual player character to be able to do. Actually sounds pretty good though. And yeah, because it's not a combat mission, you don't get anyone else. It's just no, Kasumi's going to sneak around while we...
Hawk won't be able to keep his eyes off you.
And you know what? Look at the outfit.
Take it I'm wearing this getup for a reason.
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think? You look great. You should wear this stuff.
Just wear your visor.
You should go in with the elegant dress on, but then the big clunky horrible visor.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
What the side of your face is.
Mm-hmm.
Kasumi's like, you couldn't want a bit of makeup.
He's throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself.
I think at least this is interesting.
There's a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a sidearm.
And a lot as well.
Once inside, we'll make our way to Hawk's vault door.
This is like aspiring to be a Hitman mission of like, oh, you have got all your armor and weapons, but it's concealed inside a vault, inside a statue.
Waiting for you to crack it open and arm up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try just
into the vault and
quitting out of the game and saving in a minute when we get into the mission. Just to try and alleviate this crackling.
Yeah, I will still never stop laughing. I think I've told you it before. When I watched my friend play the Hitman game, and one of the missions is you got to break into the White House, so he just threw his guns over the wall. he threw like a shotgun over the fence. Oh, he looks so cool.
I find it funny though that Kasumi isn't cloaked right now.
Yeah, she should be cloaked.
Like, you know.
Hold a moment, ma'am. There seems to be an issue with the statue.
There seems to be an issue. You've come in with a thief.
No, Mr. Hawk. Just doing a scan.
I don't believe we've met. Donovan Hawk.
Yeah, hi, I will say. Thank you for joining. Going well
Like
apart from this crackling issue.
Your fake name is Agon. Yeah. That's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Agon.
Yeah. Maybe is Kasumi like invisible to other people and we can see her at the moment because she's acting.
Yeah, she might be invisible right now.
Very coy.
Allison Gunn, a pleasure.
Considering like she's just a thief in that weird get-up.
Picking anything up.
Do you know what that might be?
Don't think
that might be the most douchebag combination of facial hair I've ever seen. It's like 4 different facial hairs at once. He's got like the douchebag like beard lines, give him a stronger jawline, the pedo patch, and the soul patch.
But I will ask your companion to remain outside.
Oh no, yeah,
you understand, I hope.
I will ask your companion to remain outside. Do you mean the one that looks exactly like a fucking thief?
What she should have done? She should have put a mask on pretending she was Quarian.
More secure, so you can wait outside.
Good to see we're not going to have a problem. Enjoy the party.
Imagine
Well,
what issues you must have
that didn't
walking
go
around
as I
the
expected.
aquarium, like take your mask off so we can
Oh
see what you
god,
look
yeah.
like. It's like, I can't.
I will die.
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean that didn't go as expected? Did you
That's
just
good.
expect to be in that
You'll have to
get-up,
do all
as
the
you've mentioned
talking.
that Shepard
I'll
can't be
stay
wearing
out of sight and
armor?
stick with you the best I can.
You really didn't think that one through, Kasumi?
Yeah,
We'll keep
she
radio
should be
contact
wearing
in
like
case
an
something
outfit as
goes
well.
wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Either she should have been cloaked when you first arrived, and like, you're like, where are you? She should appear to you. You should see her like sneaking in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna maybe save
Again, come
this
back.
and then just go and exit out of the game and just plug my Elgato like in and out as well to try and get this crackling sorted. Start back up. You know what? Pick some sausages while we do some technical problem solving, hopefully. So one would hope that that's helped. Knowing our luck, it's going to do something like maybe remove the audio altogether, question mark?
Maybe.
Ugh.
Also, can I appreciate that you got a gif of Oryx where he's literally not moving? Just one where he's just lying down on the floor. It's half the true gif.
I think I name each one of them, obviously, just for the sake of putting them in my OBS, and I think that one just called, like, Game Over.
Yeah.
Oryx just like, ugh. Oh, for fuck's sake, I think that's got rid of our audio. Like, you know what?
Hey, on a mission that's entirely dialogue driven.
I've solved the problem. There'll be no more crackling.
There'll be no more anything. I think a mission like that's entirely dialogue driven, you have no audio. Shepard does look badass in that dress, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the things I do like about like games that are set in the future. I kind of like the look of like futuristic formal clothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you ever played? Like, I've not played it whilst I've seen the screenshots and like I've watched like playthroughs because it's like so dumb.
Mm.
But Detroit Become Human, like the outfit that Connor wears.
Oh yeah.
Where it has like it doesn't have like the lapel. It has like a tiny little pop collar.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like
just
makes
a little
the line
baby
look
pop collar, yeah.
Then you got like a tie that's like built into the seam of your suit, sort of thing. So it's like the natural line.
Right, I'm hoping that will fix things. Let's try and get some.
How did you
dialogue.
ever contain that situation on Olive?
Oh, that? A quick application of force, a little pressure, and bam! Done.
Thank goodness. I thought those rabble would dog you for years.
Now that's just very loud.
Well, for me, it's not, but you keep the volume on your end, that's good. If you get the audio, let's just go with that. I can't hear it, but I'll pretend.
Wait, can you not hear it now?
Yeah, but if it's like if it's gonna make things easier.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is the mission I got. Kasumi, kind of annoying, but I don't want you to like fuck around more than you need to.
Let me just try unplugging it and seeing what happens again. But yeah, if this is the only workaround I've got, then I'm sorry, it's been bad timing. It's because I've had to open up like a separate game capture to capture the audio through like a different setting.
And it's only with like game stuff like for OBS, and I was like, I've never struggled with something so much that I never touch.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like the joke we always make, isn't it? Of like, this is the industry standard, and you never touch it, and then it just breaks.
Yep. And that sounds like we're getting 0 audio now.
I think Shepard's right, weirdo.
Yeah, just walking in being like, yep. I'm no longer here.
I'm a ghost. I do not exist. Do not question me.
Yeah.
That's a cool painting, though.
Yeah, I'm just, for whatever reason, just not getting a... Oh!
Oh, I hear that now. Now it's gone.
If I do it that way, it won't output, but if I do it this way, it does. There we go. Can you hear it now as well, then?
Hear that?
Okay. Hopefully that solved it.
Yeah.
Nah!
Oh, OBS.
As I go to put the Elgato back on the floor, it's like, hang on. No, don't say those words. Don't say the words that everything will be okay.
OBS. How fucking dare you play a video game?
Okay.
It might be the most
we're back.
temperamental piece of technology I own.
It's really bad. Just how temperamental it can be.
So I struggle to think of another piece of technology in my life that overreacts as much as the OBS does.
Like, I touched the wire to move it back down. It's like, oh, no, we're gone again.
He's gone.
We need to case the vault, Gun. You can chat up Hawk later.
He's gone.
Let's take a look at the vault.
He's gone.
Let's take a look at the vault.
He's gone.
Let's take a look at the vault.
He's gone.
Let's take a look at the vault.
It appears as though the crackling may be gone, touch wood. I'm not sure. But, like, that's why I just repeated that line a few times of, like, oh, look at this person.
I hear he's dead. Or gone, or something. Good riddance, I say.
That is the most baller thing I've ever seen. There's 2 Asari on the hip.
Also, like a kind of turquoisey Asari as well.
Yeah,
not like the blue. That they might just be like body painted or something because it's like It kind of reminds me of, like, the the weird, like, rich people in the Hunger Games and how weird they
Throws a
look.
hell of a party.
Yeah.
I'm not too pleased with the
Have you seen
caliber
as well?
of
That's
people
like
who's invited
undergoing
there.
like similar to Twilight. People are realizing, man, that first Hunger Games was fucking wild, and everyone's singling out that guy
Very
who
nice.
just,
There's more
oh,
here
I'm
than
a
I
cake
expected.
decorator, so I can just paint myself like a rock.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck was that line?
That's
Password protected voice lock, kinetic barrier,
That's how you
DNA
can
scanner.
tell that was a
Looks like
line
an
written in a book
EX700
that they
series.
should not have tried to translate to
Everything
the
a
screen.
vault needs to be impenetrable.
I do just think
This
it probably
gonna be a
made
problem?
sense in the book, but to
Please,
translate it to the
remember who
film.
you're talking to. We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat
it's a
up Hawk for
little
that.
bit
We'll have to
crackly on
find a
the high
password,
end of
too.
volume.
DNA, child's play. We should find
So maybe,
plenty of
we
DNA
just need to
samples in
turn down
Hawk's
the
private
audio
quarters.
a little bit in
And
the
the barrier?
settings, but
Cut the power.
it's like,
It never fails. If we can find it. KG could get through a system like this in
but
his
it's like, I haven't amplified it
And I'm
past
better.
what the game allows or anything.
Let's
It's
get
just,
to it.
this is what the game, like, literally wants us to have in terms of sound, like, dialogue at 100% volume. It's like, that's what the default was for when we first booted up the game, so it shouldn't be, like, crackling when it gets to certain levels and stuff. Again, it might just be a weird thing of, like, they've not ported audio correctly on the Legendary Edition.
Maybe.
Don't touch that. Without Hawk's DNA, you'll set off every alarm in the building.
Yeah, it's just, like, a little bit off.
We still need the password and a sample of Hawk's voice to get past that scanner.
And it seems to be specifically with dialogue.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, The Hunger Games is fine in terms of the first movie, and then I think it just gets worse and worse from there.
It's one of those things where clearly the author did not anticipate making a full universe and lacks the skill to write a universe that feels cohesive. It's one of the things that it was a good idea. Stop. And the more they go into it, the more the universe falls apart.
Yeah. I quite like this as well. Like, just jump down the building. We should, you know what? Let's just send the combat drone out.
Spotted.
Yeah. It's like, do you know what film didn't need to do that?
Going silent.
It was goddamn Battle Royale, the thing that Hunger Games ripped off. Oh my gosh, you just teleported.
Yeah, if you could just do a Shadow Strike on here.
Going dark.
Just, yep.
As you wish.
She just thinks she used it then, like, yeah, she did. She just kind of goes invisible and, like, tries to hit people from behind or something.
Cloaking.
There you go, yeah. Teleport behind people and punch them.
What was that thing?
Yeah, the new one is a prequel of, like, oh hey, let's see how the bad guy became evil. Like, let's try and humanize the rich dude who endorsed child murder.
So they already basically do that now in our world, and it's that thing as well of like they're really trying to like making some sort of like thinly veiled like real world allegory here. It's like we know.
Oh
we
yeah.
Know. We know.
I don't know how. I don't know how to get past this place. Where are we going? Funny how.
Here's some pew pews.
Oh, yeah, they are already. And that's the thing is, those books were written because it was just a case of, we need another movie. Like...
We'll say that
That's cool.
Yeah.
Didn't think about shooting.
I do like the makeup. Like, Hunger Games are really fun to watch the behind the scenes of. Like, the people in the capital makeup's really good.
Yeah, like,
the problem is that...
They create a really, like... Ooh... aesthetic in a sense of like how dumb they all look,
and there's a lot of like effort that went into every district has its own style and like backstory. The problem is that the film is very clearly anti-capitalist. That's the whole fucking point of like rich people have all this plenty and they're like so much that the only thing that they'll enjoy is the suffering of the poor. Maybelline has an
it's
official Hunger Games tie and makeup line.
maybe if people haven't seen Hunger Games, maybe you've seen like Squid Game, which goes for the same thing of like, look at
There's
all
many a
these
thing that-
rich people who have invented a game for poor people to like murder each
The
other
cleaners
for
don't dare
their
touch
amusement.
treasures like this. We can get some skin cells from the dust. It's probably contaminated though.
Yeah, I
should
do
find another
apologize about the audio. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know if it's just the game. What I might do is like just go after this stream, play a game, and see if that also
Looks
has any
like Hawk's
crackling,
been
and
trying to crack
try and
Cage's grave
identify
vault.
whether it's the game or
Looks
my
like he's
setup
missing
instead.
something. He hasn't cracked the encryption yet.
Holographic interface. Won't find a
It might
symbol
just be
here.
something as simple as like, I need a new wire for my Elgato because it's getting a bit crackly. But it might just be that this is a weird port and the audio is not great on it. Not sure. I don't remember it being as
We
much
can
of a
probably
problem
get
on the
Hawk's
other
DNA
streams.
off the data pad. He
No.
seems to have obsessed over this. But I'm not sure there's enough. Let's keep looking. Aha! Found a sample?
I did do a little look as well, and like the voice actress for this character has been in like 4 other things.
Oh really?
I always feel bad when
Not
you,
a great saliva
I don't you look
sample,
up and go,
but it's still
pretty
useful.
good. What else have they been in? Like this
get
is
out of
it.
Yeah.
She was on like a bad like Disney teen rock comedy like 10 years before, and it's like, oh,
Oh, that's a shame.
it's always a shame. It was like, oh, they're a pretty good actress. At least voice acting wise, like the voice has been so far has been so good. They've got that like that wry sense of humor. And it's not someone famous. Which I always hate when it's like, who's this voice actor? It's Nolan North. It's like, fuck's sake.
It's like, we get it. They're good at their job, but other voice actors do exist. But I do like this of like sneaking around their apartment, trying to find DNA samples of them. Because it's
Go to
like
his
a
bed.
biometric scanner that we're trying to trick.
Go to his bed. You'll find loads.
We couldn't actually find anything on the bed.
Would you not? That's weird. That's how you know he's not a good rich man.
Funnily enough, the only DNA on the bed was just of the dude that had two Asaris wrapped around it.
That's it?
I appreciate that.
That dream.
We just came out like, oh hey everyone, how's it going? Heard there were a few gunshots. No, huh? This is the voice actor for Kasumi, that Karl was talking to.
Yes.
Datapad read. No
It's
way
not
we
a
can
deep right,
sneak
so-
out that party. The place is locked down tight. Security Chief Rowe's in charge. No way Rowe would let that past her. I'd rather stand around bored on guard duty than risk her wrath. Sorry, Samuel. The Datapad being like, it's real hard to get out of this party. Remember that.
Imagine being so bored at a party, you start writing in your diary.
Start requesting a way out of a party.
Yeah.
Can't go upstairs from that.
Well, there's a velvet rope, Lucas.
There was
You can't go past the velvet rope.
Thing is, we can get past the rope, but it might cause a lot of questions.
That door goes to a security room. I'll take care of the lock. There we go.
I like that though. A locked room that just gets randomly hacked and opened. That's fine. No one's gonna notice.
It's a party. Who's gonna give a shit?
I mean, maybe the guy who locked the door, who's 10 feet away from
Maybe.
it.
He's not paid enough to care.
He was patient number 1 in school. I like that's the thing. I love when like there are credits like that, but to know that that's basically the only other thing she's done is a bit upsetting.
Because that's what I looked at when it says known for Mass Effect 2 and 3. Scrubs. Going, oh, she's on Scrubs. She played patient number 1 in one episode. It's like, you can only hope that she just didn't want to pursue acting.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, like, you know, maybe she like worked for the like, you know, she was
See what
just
you can find.
did it for like in college or something.
Um,
Like the guy who played John Britton is just like he just quit acting because he couldn't get, he got married, and didn't give a shit anymore.
Got something?
The password is Perugia.
Perugia.
Huh. That's the name of the man who stole the Mona Lisa. Nice.
That's
We still need that
some
sample from Hawk.
like that's asking to be thieved upon, isn't it? Like, what's the password for the security room for the party tonight? Oh, it's the name of a thief who stole the Mona Lisa. Got it. Okay, cool.
Did you hear?
You're just
Santiago
asking
was
to be
attacked
robbed at that
in
point.
his own base.
Really? By whom?
There he is. All you need to do is keep him talking long enough for me to get a voice print.
And the thing is, this seems, at the time, this seemed a bit improbable of like, what, you can generate a voice of him after him talking for a few seconds, but we're at that point now. Like, we have that technology now of like, it's apparently gone from like, I think it was like hours worth of footage to minutes to seconds within like the space of a few years.
Did you see though? That was like that new Naruto game coming out, and like, why does the voices sound so shit in this? Like, it's the same voice lines they've had in like every game, but they sound bad now. Is it AI? And they're tagging like the voice actors in it, like, is this you? And the guy's like, no, I didn't record it that way. And if I did, I wouldn't have said it so shit.
Yeah,
the voice directing I had was better when I did it.
Someone commented on the Rock Lee video on Wiki Weekends of like, oh,
yes, that's someone sent me a message about it. Like,
this,
did you release it because of this
did
story?
we release it because of the AI voices? And I was like, oh, I don't really know anything about that. That's not the case.
I got a message about it and looked it up, and it's like, oh yeah, and then the voice actors on the show are publicly shitting on how bad the voice acting is in the game. It's like, you probably don't want this.
No.
Would it not be easier to just pay them to say the same lines they've said? Or just reuse the old lines that you own?
Yeah, exactly. I do wonder what this line is because, oh, I hope the scene at the door hasn't soured your evening. And we've got a paragon option of understandable, which means, like, are we going to be really sarcastic and dickish with him? I don't understand what this is going to be.
There's always
the renegade
someone
option is to
around for people
understand.
like you and me.
Yes.
Oh, you're going to pretend to be a dick.
I'm glad you understand.
Frankly, I'm surprised your security isn't tighter. It's a ballsy move opening your front door like this.
Yes, I suppose it is. Hopefully it sends the message that I don't fear anyone stupid enough to step up to me. People these days want comfort, entertainment.
But he's a voice
love.
actor now as well.
They don't see that the
Unless
galaxy
he's just like
is
that's just like
fragile.
the generic
They
bad
only
guy
have to worry
voice that I've
about
heard like
simple
from
luxuries. Why? Because
He's like
people like
maybe
me,
just gone for
you,
a really
are doing
generic
terrible things that keep the galaxy
South African
spinning.
accent.
This party is for us.
Yeah, I
The
think he's
cleaners,
probably just
the
the bad guy
support
from District
structure for
9.
the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace. May there always
The one
be
who
a
can't
market for
decide,
things
like,
we
which
do.
of 5 accents he's got.
Yeah, and it's such a crime that District 9 never got that sequel.
What, District 10?
Yeah, they're going to make like he's proper opened up for a sequel in it where it's like, oh, the aliens are coming back.
We've got enough of a voice sample. Let him go.
Yeah, so funnily enough, that voice sample is about 10 times longer than the voice sample that we need now to make AI doubles of people's voices.
You go and make your own Naruto game. Let's go.
And I didn't say they were convincing or good or could act, but like to actually just make a voice double, you only
Oh, man. Do you see? I was speaking of AI as well. Like Thanksgiving, Disney used AI to make like a piece of artwork.
I did see that.
It's like, you're fucking Disney. And it was like a recreation of a piece of art they already owned, but worse. Why not just repost that?
Careful. The barrier's still
Like they've got an AI
shut it down
to
to get to the
remake a modern version of a picture they already put, like, got painted and made.
Yeah, and that they own, and like is famous enough, but like old enough where you could repost it.
Welcome, Mr. Hawk. DNA identification affirmed. Welcome, Mr. Hawk.
Absolutely, like
The barrier's
Jeffrey's
still
there. Absolutely,
We'll have to
suck
shut it
my
down to
dick.
get to the door.
Shut down. Do we need to like take out the
It looks like the barrier's power cable runs under the floor here. I'll set your
okay,
Omni
yeah.
tool to scan for electromagnetic
Here we go.
fields.
So we can now follow like the wire to where the power is.
Yeah.
Like, Shepard not looking suspicious at all. Just following just like random directions. While staring at the floor, being like,
Like, to be fair, you could be drunk.
Oh, yeah, totally.
1 sec.
Oh. Hidden behind, like, a little statue.
That should take
That's such a weird thing to like, you've built in a secret door within your, like, library that's activated by pulling a statue that just reveals a power supply to a laser grid.
Be honest though, if you could do it, you'd do it.
No, she's not
Like,
nervous
you
in a
do it to
crowd. She got not allowed in because they didn't trust her because, you know, she's dressed like a thief and not like someone that's meant to be at a party like everybody else.
Yeah, I feel like if she was a character that got like more screen time, what they'd have probably done is never reveal a face until this mission.
They 100% just have this as the excuse because they didn't want to make a secondary outfit for her.
Probably, yeah.
I'll check for security cams.
This Jane Max Salvage is
Go
a
ahead
cool
and get
character.
dressed.
Jeremy. I think this is the most interesting mission you've done so far. It's not
Yeah.
just shoot a bunch of people, even though it kind of is.
And that's why, as I say, like, this version of, like, you know, clearly not as much effort as a main character gets because they develop them throughout the entire game. But she is an actual, like, interesting, memorable character and gets, like, a decent mission and stuff. It's not just Zaid where we got a 2-minute mission of, like, blow up a mech and, like, die to some fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's just... Oh, there it is. The visor's out.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, no, that's, yeah, the nervous in a crowd of just stumbling about. Like, I'm nervous in a crowd a lot of the time, but I don't just, like, randomly stare at the floor and walk in, like, 90 degrees angles going towards a library.
I think, though, I did, like, so I was looking at, like, the entry on to find out who a voice actress was. I think, like, one of the bits of details about her is that she doesn't like talking to people.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah,
wears
I
a
assume you
making
probably would.
eye contact.
But Shepard's all about
So this is Hawk's
loving life and partying.
Very nice. This scanner will hone in on the gray box. It's not far.
And then it's a shame, really, that we do have to... I guess they felt a bit like they couldn't make a mission without combat at the end.
I could still get
Yeah.
But it would have been way more interesting if we just, like, look at this! It's the Statue of Liberty head! This dude just has it in his vault.
I always find that super baller as well, yeah, when people, like, steal shit like that.
Yeah, it'd be way more interesting to just come in here as the party guest and go and steal it and get out without being noticed.
You just have not a combat mission, like, you walk around and just see, like, a bunch of shit like that, like, the Statue of Liberty head, the Mona Lisa, just a bunch of, like, famous Earth artwork that he just owns.
Don't bother, Miss Goto. It's code locked.
I have, like, you know, like the Lincoln Memorial or
I had
something
a
like
feeling
that. John
that
Big
was
statue
you at the
on the thing.
door. I knew if it was really you, you'd get through anyway.
You know me. I don't like to disappoint.
That's the thing.
what's in
She
your
showed
grey
her
box,
face at the front door to
You
this
know I'm
guy who
willing to kill you
knows
for
and
it.
has a history with her.
I'll admit your skills are
Might be really
impressive.
confident.
You got into my vault like I'd left it open, but you're still going
It's like, I think it's like it's the takeout, isn't it?
I love that as a renegade option. Just start destroying his art as he's monologuing.
That shut him up.
It's a good way of doing it, though.
It is.
Kill them.
It's a really clever thing to do.
You know what? If they're all coming through one doorway, I think it's Black Hole Simulator time.
Let's go. Oh no, Kasumi, no!
Kasumi nearly went right in there.
He just took it.
Kasumi just running into the black hole. She's got this. Oh yeah, yeah, we've got to. Look at that. Funnel in. Funnel in. Do it. Do it. Oh, we died.
It was worth it. It was worth it. Critical mission failure as just the black hole goes off in his face.
So we just set off a mini black hole in this guy's like basement.
I forget what. Oh, say gone in 60 seconds again. One of those things that it makes the character just more likable. There's a weird quirk where like the lead bad guy in Gone in 60 Seconds has an obsession with wood.
Okay.
All he does is like do woodworking, and like what Nicolas Cage does to convince him, like piss him off, is he just breaks a bunch of wooden chairs. He's like, no, don't do that. It's your pay to make that. It's just, those things always make characters more interesting. Like, give them a quirk.
Yeah, yeah.
And the stupider it is, the more endearing it is to the character.
Mm-hmm. Because that's all you really need as like a shortcut to make them seem like a fully fledged character. Is just
give them a weird
give them just like one weird thing, one unique trait that's going to be memorable.
And the funnier and sillier it is, the more likely you are to like them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kasumi, who's just reading trashy romance novels.
Yeah. I wonder if we just change our heavy weapon and then go back in, does it like reset?
Give more ammo for it.
More ammo.
I imagine not.
No, it does, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's good to know, because we can just keep getting black holes out. It's like, it's a ballsy move when the first wave of enemies see the black hole, and the second wave is like, we've got this, don't worry. We've got this.
They'll never fire a second black hole.
I love this. Just a little statue of the Rachni. Oh!
Yeah.
I like to imagine that's a statue of Rex.
Well, statue of Rex have a bigger dick, wouldn't it?
The quad would be just a giant bulge. No,
Oh,
no,
he's got
no.
the David look.
This one is Rex because he's got the gun out.
Look at that, though. He's got the David, and he's missing a leg. Don't do that.
It's
That's
already
a famous
broken,
work of art.
Carl.
Do you know what? And you appreciate the detail that in the future it's a little bit broken.
Got the 10 Commandments, Carl.
Moses. Remember that Call of Duty game where it got fucked?
No, I don't. I don't.
It turns out that one of the
what is
background
this?
elements they use is that they scanned the Quran.
Oh shit! No, yeah, I do remember. The fuck is this thing though?
Maybe a reference like an engineer from Alien.
Like it's in a Professor X wheelchair. Look at it.
Oh, space jockey. Sorry, the space jockey from Alien. Go on, you know what? Have a look at all the art. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. I bet there's a bunch of Easter eggs in this bit.
Yeah, that's why I started looking around.
Pyramids.
Cool, yeah.
Pyramids, like probably like Tutankhamun.
Most likely, yeah. A statue of Mass Effect relay. Can't quite tell what that is.
Well, I wonder. I think is this the mission where they put in like one of the things from from Dead Space? It's like a Dead Space relay. See if you can find see if you can spot like an Easter egg or something.
That's a Casa Locust. No.
The Casa
Casa Locust.
It's
the
real
gun
good.
that killed 2 presidents.
That's excellent.
Gorgeous. It even comes with a perfect copy too.
Did we get a gun that killed
Mind
presidents?
if we borrowed these?
This looks interesting.
Fuck yeah!
Can you dual wield president guns?
Oh, it's like a heavy weapon. It's not a dual wield. But you get a president killer as a gun.
Yes,
That's so good.
Krogan.
Another Krogan.
The
This
idea that
dude really
Krogan
likes
kills
Krogans.
Slave 1. That thing's badass, like from Doom.
Yeah, that does look... Oh god, that's like some badass like orc or something. And it's a shame that this is an older game, because I feel like in a newer game they probably have like inscriptions of what they were.
You know what? I'll go onto the Mass Effect wiki, see if we can find it.
This thing. I can't believe we just got like the president killer. More just
I checked. It's an ogre from Dragon Age.
Oh, okay.
They
He's got 2 copies of the 10 Commandments, Carl.
20 commandments. You know what it is? It's the secret 20th commandment they never told us.
As much as you know, I understand why they've like reused assets and stuff. I love having a look around rooms like that.
Okay, so I've got a few of the things here, and Kasumi even has comments for all the things. And there's a weird thing that's like some strip the metal. Kasumi will say it doesn't like much. That might be the most valuable piece here. Korean art, which is incredibly rare outside of their home planet.
Ah.
Black Knight Queen.
She didn't say any of these things to us, though.
Not she will if you walk that maybe before you start the fight.
Maybe, yeah. You know, any other interesting lines from Kasumi then, since we probably just missed them by accident?
The ship that we saw, that looked like Slave One, a model of the Kara, it was like the Victorian Titanic.
Oh, okay.
The David. How could he get this out through the door? Or how do you think we could get this out through the door? Statue of Liberty, she says, how did Hop get Lady Liberty's head? Damn you, Hop. The Ten Commandments is Quarian script.
Got it. It's not. It's the Ten Commandments, but, you know.
Cloaking.
And the Prothean is a Prothean statue. Kasumi's comment is creepy. And then a comment on the Egyptian statue is, I can still get money for something like this, even outside of the Human Alliance. The Asari go nuts for shit like this.
Oh, that's cool.
I like the idea that the Asari are like weaves for
yeah.
Just kind of cool.
It's just a nice little bit to world building, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the Asari, specifically like ancient Egyptian architecture.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, that's
I'm really uncomfortable. I'm really uncomfortable by how detailed some of these death screens are.
We have to find another way.
It reminds me of The Last of Us Part 2, where just like for some reason, some of the death screens are like 20 seconds long of people being, oh god, oh, it's like, I get it, it's realistic, but like, do I need that in my video game? Is it I get that that's like, you know, part of the point that the struggle of violence and stuff and the cycle of violence and like, is it worth it? That's a lot of the point of Last of Us, so it does fit with the tone. But I'm still just like, oh, did we really need to get the voice actress or voice actor to like go that hard on just getting their leg blown off?
The hardest I laughed playing that game is I had a character doing that. And I pressed square and Abby just kicked him in the ribs and said, shut up. She just killed him by kicking him in the ribs. I was like trying to pick up the item that I had and he was still screaming. Just Abby kicked his head off and I went, okay, Abby, calm down.
I saw that, I didn't see what actor it was, but I saw that they had found an actor to play Abby, and I was just like, I feel real sorry for them.
She's gonna get so ripped though that anyone makes fun of her, she's swearing her.
Going dark.
Like, the amount of shit Abby got virtually as like a video game character, I can't imagine what's gonna happen when like they translate that into like real life. I understand. It's not actually...
I think as well, people who watch the TV show probably won't care.
True, actually, yeah, I suppose.
It's like, I think a TV show, like TV watching audience who's been trained on like Game of Thrones,
they're going to be
it's
like
not going to be that
less
topic.
incelish about the whole situation.
Yeah. So especially like, you know, high quality HBO television of like establishing that the main character can die at any moment. So everything's a spoiler for Last of Us 2 after 3 years.
Mm-hmm. I also find it interesting that it wasn't a heavy weapon. I just got confused because they swapped the placement of where my pistol and my heavy weapon were.
Because you picked up a new thing. Okay.
Like, because I picked up a different weapon, all 3 of my weapon slots changed places.
Ah, so it's not a heavy weapon, it's like a heavy machine gun?
It's just a submachine gun, yeah. Which I did think, I was like, it's really weird that this is like doing so little damage if it's meant to replace my heavy weapon, but it's just replaced the slot where my heavy weapon was, and my heavy weapon's moved to another location. But that's real bad design of every weapon should just stay in the same place on my weapon wheel. Don't be swapping them about.
Don't be touching my shit.
Yeah.
Kill Allison Gunn. Bring the other girl to me. Hear that?
This mission is alright. Look how much longer this mission has been going.
Yeah, it feels like they actually spent time developing this mission. Like, it's always one of my favourite archetypes of weaponry that you don't see in many games, but it's just like the black hole gun. And it's like, what do you do against someone that pulls out a black hole gun?
I think it's just the idea of, like, I cannot stand when games and media is set in the future and then doesn't give you cool future guns. Like, it pisses me off. But, like, I love Titanfall. Titanfall is so fun. The fact there is one gun in the entire game that fires lasers.
Yeah.
It's so, like, you'll say it fires lasers and make it work like a regular gun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It can still mechanically work like a gun.
Yeah.
But it's way cooler to make it a laser gun.
Going dark.
It's like Ratchet and Clank, where it's like, oh cool, here's like the exterminator. And it's like, it's still just a shotgun, but it's like a cool laser shotgun. And it's still just a submachine gun, or a pistol, or whatever, a grenade launcher. But they make them all fun and futuristic. The combat style I'm going for is, we are an engineer, so, you know, shit like AI hacking our mechs. But apparently the mech is not close enough to the other enemies to do anything about it when it gets hacked. That other heavy is just sitting in the back so far away that the mech doesn't know to go and attack it. So we are an engineer, so we have a little combat drone. So we can just sit back and watch our combat drone just have a little fun with the mech. It's a shame that when you can, like, oh, finally, we've got the shields and the armor down on this mech. Let's hack it. And it's like, okay, it's hacked, but now the other enemy's too far away to do anything. Alright. It's not within its aggro range, so the mech just stands there hacked.
You know what happened to your boy toy when he fought back?
I always find that really, like, funny. Like, the idea that this person is, you know, very quickly working your way through all of these mercenaries that you've hired to kill them. What are you going to do in response? I'm going to antagonize them. I'm going to remind them that I killed their friend.
I guess it's that thing, it's like the arrogance.
Yeah, it is totally. But I always find that so funny in, you know, media where just, oh, what are you gonna do? I killed your friend. Remember how I killed your family? Like, it's a real bad idea when the person's got protagonist written across their face.
Yeah. The arrogance of the villain. Like, the villain monologue. Is
Again, yeah, like
this.
the villain monologue, like, you know, the classic James Bond of, like, telling him how you're about to kill him.
Keep them busy.
And then leaving the room so that you can make sure he escapes.
Speaking of what, like Seth Green, isn't it, who breaks that down, like Austin Powers, of like, well, I've got a gun in my room. We can just shoot him right now. We can do it together. It'll be a fun father-son activity.
Oh,
I love the line reading on that. Of like, you know, I've got a gun in my room. You can just do like, you just don't know about being a villain.
Yeah.
We have to put him in as, like, you know, a slow with one inept guard. And I think if you look as well, the guard in that scene, it says inept guard on his like. Man, Austin Powers suit is so good.
Like, I'm so scared to go back and rewatch those movies because
just in case, yeah.
Just how some of that, like, really trying to be edgy late 90s, early noughties humor's gonna go down. It's like, I think it's gonna be really bad most of the time.
I think for the most part, it's actually pretty good. Like, there's even a line where, like, a hot lady is coming on to Austin Powers, and he literally say, "You're drunk, it's not right." I get seen like Austin Powers, the horniest man in the world, knows that it's not okay to take advantage of a woman when she's drunk.
it seems like the type of movie which would be actively trying to be edgy and offensive in the early noughties, which was that, like, those things do not hold up.
But it also feels well because it's like a throwback to the 60s. It's more quaint.
Right.
Like
Okay.
it's more like innuendo
Yeah.
humor, isn't it? Of like having a character called like Fook Me and Fook You. Okay, that's probably a little bit racist, but compared to the other shit that was Adam Sandler, the shit he was making like 10 years later.
That's the thing.
Like,
compare that to Little Britain, and that was,
yeah,
you know, people sat there and praised that as like this incredible, incisive
subversive
comedy,
yeah.
And it's like, well, it's just actively racist, right?
But just having like Austin Powers doing a little bit of like wordplay, it just kind of feels more quaint, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, I feel like Vanguard. Isn't Vanguard the one where like the power for Vanguard is to charge into battle and like shoot yourself into the middle of everyone? It's like that doesn't seem like great for an insane run. The biotic charge, yeah.
You could have done this the easy way, Goto.
Allow me to show you the hard way. There's two things I can't stand: those who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch. That's such a good line.
You see that?
I do see that. You know, I see people about to get black holed.
Oh god! Like, it's more terrifying. Oh dear!
I look how
What about it?
Kasumi still just goes in. He doesn't give a
It
shit.
always does. It makes me miss ragdoll physics.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate the emphasis on. Remember when ragdoll physics was put forward as being like more realistic? And then everyone universally decided, no, they're not, but don't tell game developers because they're too funny. They always insisted ragdoll makes it so much more realistic. No, it doesn't, but that's why we love it.
But it makes it so much more fun.
Yeah.
Excuse me, going dark.
You know what? Fuck it, let's go.
I still like absolutely fucking freeze when you like get a game where you got ragdoll physics and you like shoot someone like pinwheel across the stage.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always the funniest thing.
I still
Coming from
think,
the right.
like, as we've mentioned many a time, some of the most, like,
Here they come.
just beautifully stupid moments come from GTA 4 because of, again, like, they had that, like, Euphoria one, wasn't it? And it's like, it tried to be so realistic that just, it ended up being even worse than Ragdoll, which made it so much better.
The hardest I think I've ever laughed playing a video game is like within 5 minutes of playing Grand Theft Auto 4, got hit by a car that had like a bonnet ornament. So Nico got stuck on it, and then just Nico pinwheeled around 4 times. Start like complete starfish while like on his knob. Got knocked to the ground, moved by the car for like 15 feet, and just stuck to. I fucking hate this country. But I hate it. I've been in America for 5 minutes.
You just get off the boat and just get, like, infinitely pinwheeled by a taxi.
It's so good.
Yeah, you know what, Nico? I wouldn't like that country either.
It's just between the line of I fucking hate this country. It's absolutely sent me on my ass. Yeah, I can see it.
Hostile forces have engaged.
The thing is, like, I think they kept similar physics in GTA 5, but they made it so that you couldn't have those weird moments where you get, like, locked into just being fallen on the floor all the time.
It's so much floatier. Whereas, like, the Euphoria engine has a very deliberate heaviness to it that makes it look more realistic. Also means that when it fucks up, it looks way funnier.
Yeah. And, like, you'd have moments where just Nico would just spend 30 seconds just struggling to get back up off the floor as, like, someone else walks past and knocks him a little bit and sends him further.
Yeah, I remember I was walking across the road and got clipped by a car. And Nico did that tumbling forward thing when you try to regain your balance. And then really slowly fell over into a bin. And then, like, just a person fell over me and started a fist fight with me. And that felt really realistic, because I had no control over Nico. I went, well, I shouldn't. I just got hit by a car.
Lay down your weapons.
That's why I think GTA 4, I still prefer going back to play. It's like because if you live.
I mean, I like the elements of the ragdoll. I think in every other sense it is a worse game.
It's so great.
Like, those physics are absolutely hilarious, but I think it is a much worse game to play.
Yeah, just like in terms of like the variety. I always laughed at every time. Every now and again, you've got to boot up GTA 4 and you've got to go to that part that I showed you where it's just like the death wall, where it's a foot-high wall over a 40-foot gap. You go there with a fire engine, you spray people with a fire hose, off the edge of a level, and it's funny every single time.
Mm-hmm. It is great. Like, it's not even a foot-high wall, it's like an inch-high wall.
High, yeah.
And it's like, just, everyone walks past it like there's no problem, and it's just like, as you say, a 40-foot drop over the edge to like these other buildings and up the, like, another street down below it and stuff.
Here we go.
But there's no railing, there's no wall, there's nothing, and you can just gently push people off it.
It doesn't count as a crime, it's an accident.
Also, like, Kasumi does shit like this. Zaid never did anything this badass. No, Zaid just blew up a guy.
This is why, like, the gravity won't affect her. Look at how much control she got over her hand gravity.
Look at that!
Oh, she does the superhero landing.
She does, of course.
Look left.
I wonder what happens.
The black hole is so good. Why is it so strong?
It's a mini black hole, that's why. I was only seeing what would happen to the ship, and then all the mercenaries.
Ragdoll is the best.
We didn't know what was coming, Karl.
Like, bring it back.
Oh god.
It's like we talk about like Gears of War, like bring back Gibbs. What Gears of War gives when people just explode.
Yeah.
I don't want Maximal style realistic body gore of like the deformation of someone's jaw as he gets slammed with a baseball bat. I want just their torso to fall in half. Oh.
I'll wait for them to, like, yeah, settle the location.
Like,
no, Kasumi, don't shoot it. Let the black hole work. Do its work. There we go.
Just do its magic.
Now that I've figured that you can just swap your weapon in and out, why wouldn't it just be black holing everywhere?
Please just every time you enter a combat scenario, just do it. 'Cause it's so funny. It was like the funniest like ragdoll moment you've had. Then like there's so many.
Honestly, just the game, The Force Unleashed, like that game, regardless of what you think of it as an actual video game, is so fun to just upgrade like your force like pull and push powers and just let people ragdoll and grab onto things.
Remember when me and you played it and we figured out that you can ragdoll bosses, and I just ragdolled Darth Vader. And Darth Vader just kept like ricocheting off the walls as like the apprentice just stabbed him in the dick.
Oh god.
Like you never saw this one coming, did you? Like Master of all evil.
Kasumi.
Look.
If you're seeing this,
we actually get a story.
Because I'm dead. The information we found.
Do you reckon she has like the makeup soul patch to remember him by?
I think that's the or maybe it's like, you know, an assassin thing or like a thief thing. Like neat little bit of world building. Like
he's got the little soul patch, and she's like, just to remember you.
And I uploaded the encryption key to your gray box, so no one could get the whole package. But if I'm dead, and if anyone knows about this, then I've made you a target, my love. I'm so sorry.
Keiji.
I know you, Kasumi. You'll want to keep these memories forever. But you don't need some neural implant to know I'll always
I also
be with
really
you.
like this as an idea of it actually makes it reasonable why Kasumi isn't a love interest in this.
There's nothing more I can do to protect
Because,
you.
like, the thing she's after is, like, she literally had the memories of her former lover stolen.
Goodbye, Kasumi. I love you.
Also, it's a kind of like, you know, partners that you want to romance, but you can't because, you know what? They've got other shit going on.
Yeah.
Like, I've got shit going on right now.
I'm sorry, but like, we're on the renegade option right now. And the renegade option is like destroy the grey box. Well, I don't think is really a renegade option is like he's like you need to let go. I think destroying it seems like the better option because it's like yeah.
The renegade option would be the selfish option of like, well, if you want to keep it, keep it. Whereas the paragon option would be to convince her of like, move on. It's what he would have wanted.
Exactly. Like
That
his
really,
last wish was, look, these are your memories of like us, but I've saved them for you. But I think it's healthier to move on, and I wish that you would. And then it's put as the renegade option to do that.
It's that thing we talked about, isn't it? Of like, it's very revealing of the people writing the game of what their opinion is, because you can always tell what they think is the quote-unquote bad option.
Mm-hmm.
And the bad option is telling them to move on.
No. Keiji's a master at encrypting files. He laced the information into his memories. You can't get one without
like it's
experiencing
literally he's put them interlaced with this data that she wants to get rid of on purpose so that she'll be inclined to get rid of the memories of him and move on.
And it's the renegade option to tell her to do it. What
Mm-hmm.
the final, like, it's just that little push of, this is what your lover wanted, but you need someone to tell you to do it, because that way it's a lot easier to justify to yourself.
Yeah, and
Like, you
although
just
I
need
see
someone
it
to
as
tell
like,
you, so you'll
oh,
feel
you
bad.
know, the renegade option here, maybe because like they see it as like, oh, you're abandoning like your emotions and telling them to move on. But like, no, you're being a good friend and telling them to do the healthy thing.
Yeah. Which is fascinating. Like, one of the things I was going to mention, I'll ask, like, any thoughts on, but there's not really a situation that would
You're right.
allow us to talk about it all that much, is moral choices in video games that are, like, so bad.
Feels like I'm losing
It's
him
like one you've had.
again.
And again, like yeah, healthy renegade. Like no, yeah, do it. I'm not gonna do it for you. It's like you need to be the one to make this decision.
You have to do this, Kasumi.
And again, it's put as like the paragon choice to be like, I'll do it for you. It's like, no, she needs to be the one to make this decision for herself. But like, she
The
needs
renegade
that
option
push.
should be to destroy it. Yeah, that should be the renegade option. Just pick it up and destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she tells you, like, why'd you do that? And go, it's what? You'll thank me for it later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to be, like, sugarcoat it, but I will make the decision for you.
But yeah,
the
like,
decision that, like,
actually a good mission.
Good mission, but, like, that moral choice then, again, because they just, every choice that's down is the bad choice, we know what they think.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably didn't expect you to be able to read that much into their politics and approach to relationships.
Yep.
It's very telling.
It is very, very telling, but it is also just, you know, one of those things of like, I appreciate what they were going for, but I definitely think that they got the Paragon and Renegade fucked around and that.
Yeah, that was very mixed up.
But like, yeah, now we've got this outfit as well for us, just the quote-unquote casual outfit that we can wear.
Go chat, Gareth. Do it. And just go, like, try and get your fuck on with Gareth.
And I think,
hey.
as far as I can remember, which is a bit of a shame, is like, again, because it's like, you know, a DLC character, I'm pretty sure it just goes to like, you go to speak to her now and she's just like, thanks for that, Shepard.
You'll never speak to her again in the entirety of like this 30-hour-long game.
Yeah.
And there's also like no, she will comment on missions though. So if you take her on missions, she'll comment on missions and offer her thoughts and on those.
Oh, starboard observation is Samara. Or observation.
Hey, got a minute? I really appreciate your help with the Hawk heist. I know why we had to destroy Keiichi's gray box, but it doesn't make it any easier. I usually travel hidden away in cargo bays. It's nice
But
to
now
be able
we're
to
just
look out a
back to
window for a
generic
change.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Mess Sergeant Garland.
Also, I like that as well.
Evil
Again,
genius. Emphasis on the evil.
We
People
have
think he's a
already
bad book on
we
purpose,
have already
like he's
fed the
trying to
fish
teach
for
them
you.
a lesson. I think his ramen
Yeah.
is okay.
Uh,
It's
that
really
little
hard to
thing
ruin
of,
ramen.
I travel in cargo things. I'm a stowaway. I want to look out of a window.
You know what? No.
It's my ship, my rules.
Yeah, we have
It's such
already
a-
we had already done the fish feeding. Do not worry.
That should give you renegade points. That's a renegade option.
Yeah, just every
I
now
like
and then,
looking
just
out
you do it, and you get like 1 renegade point every time you leave the room with it closed.
Because I like looking out the window and just walk out and go, not today.
Like we can continue feeding the fish, but obviously now, as I said, I've made the feed the fish reward. It's now upon chat to look after the fish. Like
Yeah,
unless
we'll
the reward is used, we will never feed fish, and if the fish die, it's on chat.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 2 where you got an auto feeder because my fish always fucking died.
Just teach responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You can't look after them. You don't deserve a ham. What about your hamster? Shit.
Oh, we do need to go see the hamster. Yeah, maybe maybe they added it in 3 because like everyone must have had the same complaint of like my fish fucking died.
I like that though. I like that happens. Because that's one of those things. It becomes a point of like shared.
I've already thrown together some of my calamari
commiseration.
gumbo.
Like, everyone had that experience.
Mm-hmm. It's like that weird shared experience of it. Everyone that played Mass Effect at some point had to grieve for their fish.
Truth told, it's based on an Asari recipe. Seems a little cannibalistic to me with their tentacle heads and all, but they ain't no good grub. Anyway, thanks again. You really came through.
I mean,
that would be weird. Like, yeah, an Asari goes to Earth and it's like tries like a cheese.
No, he said it was an Asari recipe for calamari.
Yeah. That's the thing. Again, great little bit of world building. If the Asari came to Earth, tried calamari, and then combined it with their own things, they end up liking it.
Shepard, need me for something?
I just wanted to talk while I was in this outfit. That's all.
A minute?
There you go.
Can it
Shepard's
wait
got
for a
like
bit?
some
I'm in the
cleavage
middle
going
of some
on.
calibrations.
Why is Shepard so stacked?
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon
Now it's
systems?
like,
A few.
you're not going to comment on my
Here,
outfit. You want
take
to
a
slap something?
Like, you know, I did romance Liara a couple of years ago, but she's not on the ship. She doesn't have to know.
It's like, Garrus, you're not aware that, like, have you seen these twin ballistics?
Oh god, no. Not fucking Louis Serra. He's back again.
He's back now, in Garrus form.
I wonder
Let me know when you've got the materials.
if we've
for me
got
to
anything
upgrade our
close
guns.
to the amount that we
Talk to
need
you
to
later,
get rid of
Garrus.
these scars.
I'll be here if you need me.
Look, it's also I think you should keep them, though.
I really hate them. I think they look so bad.
But they make, well, that's the thing, because they look so bad, it's kind of funny.
I don't know, like, chat, let us know. Because we're clearly on two opposite sides of the coin here. What do we think? Do we like... Because these scars are going to get worse and worse. And more prominent on our face as, like, we get more and more evil.
Well, because you can just fix them with, like, one button and, like, a couple thousand credits. Keep them, see how fucked up they get, and then just change them for, like, the last mission. So the last cutscene. Yeah. You can talk to all your bros, see how everyone's doing.
I don't think they'll say anything because we haven't done, like, an actual mission. We've done DLC missions.
True, but maybe they'll comment on, like, the new food or something. Like, hey, you bought us food that kind of kicks ass.
Oh, he just went and spoke about the food.
Maybe, like,
that was the
crew will comment on
calamari
it.
thing.
Yeah. But will the crew comment on the fact you got them some new food?
It didn't seem like it, but... That was a view upgrade. Research time.
Give me 5 burgers. I always love that meme of like, if you eat like 1 bag of Doritos, that is more Cool Ranch flavor explosion than a medieval peasant will get in a lifetime. It's like, damn, that sucks.
Med-eBay upgrade, that was it. Yeah, we need
some platinum.
We need a lot more platinum for that. We've
Here's
got
a pro
we
tip,
need
though.
47,000. We got 13,000.
If you've got enough platinum, you don't need to fix your face. People just look at the platinum and go, "Okay, I'm good."
Like,
Also, like,
instead, if we just put like, if we put 40,000 amount of platinum into like just bedazzling our teeth and getting like a nice grill, will people respect us more than getting the facial scars from me?
I think if you just tell them I've got 40,000 platinum in my bedroom. Where's your hamster?
Where is the hamster? Oh, there we go.
I think that's the problem as well. People don't know where this shit is. Can you feed it or does it just look at it?
You can just press examine and the space hamster just pops its head out.
That is the saddest enclosure I've ever seen.
It's got nothing in there. Like, we really don't look after our space animals.
Maybe a space hamster doesn't need much.
But maybe it doesn't need much, but it'd be nice to let it have it.
Yeah, because like, you fish tackle today, yeah.
There we go, fish. We fed the fish again for you. But again, I'm leaving. This is now chat's responsibility. If the fish die, it's on chat. Just like it was completely 100% on chat when Rex died.
Yep. Oh man, like what you gotta do if we manage to get all the way through Mass Effect 3, make like a wall of heroes and put like Rex and your fish on there and your hamster. Just put all the characters that die because of chat's decisions. You can put your hamster on there, you can put your couple of fish. Put Ashley on there, but she's like in the bottom.
No. Ashley's just like in the bin.
Precious memories. Do you like that meme image everyone throws together? It's like Harambe in the sky.
It'll just be like a picture of like Ashley with a stick of dynamite next to her face. Like, ah.
Yeah. Just Rex in the sky, just floating there.
Yeah, no worries. I was going to say we should probably leave it there for today anyway. I'm just going to ask Karl like where you want to send us to for like our next mission.
What's like the next? Who else in our party can we go to?
So we can recruit the Warlord, the Convict.
Are they on the same planet?
Or do like Firewalker. Project Overload is one of the DLCs.
I'd say go for everything unless you get your team. Get as many of your teammates as you can right away.
Recruit the Convict or the Warlord first?
The Convict.
The Convict? Cool.
Yeah, Jack's a way more interesting character. I fucking love Jack's character. It's cool mission as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack's definitely one of my favourites for sure. So we'll leave ourselves, like, I guess, in this sector or whatever they want to call it, and we can leave it there for now.
Fly around your little space with that.
What you say?
Just fly around your little space, do a loop-the-loop. Great.
Just, you know what? Fly into the sun. It's over.
What a badass.
But yes, we can just pile ourselves into the sun.
Yeah, go look out the window. Kasumi's just in the thing. Oh god, no!
It's like, why did you think I should close the shutters, Kasumi? Oh!
She opens up the shutters and just loses her eyesight.
I did everything for a reason, Kasumi.
That was such a dick move of just fly into the sun. And just open all the windows. Oh, that's so good. Thing is, though, it's annoying. That's the end of the stream. That's the best joke we've made. The last thing you want to do is make an absolute banger joke.
Oh, well, thank you all for sticking around to hear that banger joke. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with a Link to the Past. As always, it's been a pleasure playing through more Mass Effect with you, Karl.
It's a great game.
Hell yeah. Yeah, hope everyone has a lovely day, evening, night, wherever you are. Thank you for watching.